live, guys. We are going live. Just waiting for it to say the green light. All right, we are on. Hey, guys, how you going? So today on BKRsport, we're here with somebody that you guys may know as we're streaming for the Gold Coast Titans and Newcastle Knights game. Now, this game is actually quite big for a couple of reasons, guys. Obviously, the Gold Coast Titans are playing for ninth position. We're trying to steal the Tigers' position, and the Knights are trying to finish in sixth as a home final. But I'm going to introduce the man right here, Clarkey, Rugby League column. How you going, big fella?
Yeah, very well, man. Thank you so much for having me on. This should be a cracker game. I think we're a good chance.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it, man. Like, obviously, actually, well, you're the stat man. You should tell us a few stats about how the with the Titans. Like five games in a row we're going right now.
Yeah, you've put me on the spot, but we're going for 5 in a row here. We've won 4 in a row. I just wish we looked like we were on top of that Sharks game. I wish the Kevin Proctor incident, no matter which way you look at it, I just wish it didn't happen because I think we could have.
Oh, we would have won that game. No, we would have won that game.
I think so. Yeah, we had momentum, and that changed everything.
Well, when that happened too, man, was that we actually got a penalty and then obviously got brought back because of the incident. So yeah, we would have been getting a penalty if they were attacking 22. We would have been smashing it. So yeah, that's unfortunate, but we'll be all right next year.
I think it would have been an interesting year if, one, we had to play Jamal Fogarty a little bit earlier. 2, AJ Brimson didn't fracture his back. But we can't look at it like that because injuries happen to every team. But regardless, I don't even care that we're finishing 9th. I know West Tigers fans would be very upset with that result. I'm very happy with that result after winning the Spoon.
Oh, well, I've actually got a friend of mine who does stuff with the BKRsport Facebook page. He's a Tigers fan. And it's like he's in a tough position right now because he doesn't want to come 9th. But it's like, I don't get it because it's like you're still finishing. And this is what I said in my tips video. I was like, for Tigers fans, it's like, I get that you're going to get the memes and stuff, but they don't really give a shit. Like, they want to finish as high as they possibly can. And even though they're not finishing in the top 8, it's still the highest position outside of the top 8. So, as a Titans fan, right, I'm absolutely loving it. But, yeah, I guess with them, they're just like, I'm so over the memes. Over the memes.
Just because it's happened so long for them.
Yeah.
That I can definitely understand where they're coming from. Hey, I'm just going to do something for my Instagram story real quick, man.
No, you're too easy, bro. We're about to kick off here, guys. So let me look at these comments. Only Charlie says, what a collab this is. Get around it. Avide AU says, no way, Clarkey, you're legend. He's getting around Clarkey. Braithwaite says, just want to remind everyone that Broncos came last. Yeah, guys, if you haven't seen, I actually put out some merchandise regarding the round of that today. So if you can check out the... if you want to go check out the Broncos shirts with the wooden spoon, you can check it out in the description. But the game has just kicked off here, guys. So 40 minutes to go the first half, and the Titans are going to start here with the ball. I want to see everyone in the chat. Let us know who you are tipping and what is going to be the score. For me, I'm going to take... Look, I did tip the Knights. Now, the reason why I tip the Knights, guys, because I feel like we've proven everything that we've needed to prove. I feel like... I don't even know if the Tigers can beat the Eels. I did tip the Tigers to beat the Eels, but it's going to be that's going to be a real difficult game to predict tomorrow night because I just feel like the Tigers might be up for that, and they want to finish as high as they possibly can, regardless of the memes. So I have tipped the Knights, but if the Titans are to win, I'm going to go 24-22. If the Knights are to win, I'm going to go 24-18. What do you reckon, Clarkey?
I got the Titans here. I think it'll be a close one. Just depends which Knights team turns up. They've looked so dominant in some games, and other games they've just... I don't know, they've just crapped the bed. In some games, they've just looked shocking. And what were the other game? Yeah, I've tipped Tigers as well there. I think they're definitely capable of an upset. Even though the Eels are playing for a top 4 spot, with what we've seen between the Eels and the Tigers in recent weeks, Tigers are playing with a little bit more intensity.
Well, it's really weird with the Eels, man. It's really weird with the Eels.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what's going on there.
Not right there. I don't... Maybe Dylan Brown is more integral than we originally thought.
Yeah, I don't know. But what were you saying about the Tigers, man? Sorry, I would cut you off.
Oh, I just think that even though the Eels have a little bit more to play for, I just wouldn't be shocked if the Tigers just had to scrap that mentality. Let's come out and win Benji Marshall's last game as a Tiger for him.
Yeah.
I think what more... I honestly think for these young Tigers players who have idolised Benji for so long, that's more motivation to win for him than it is for the Eels to finish in the top 4. That's how much influence Benji Marshall's had in our game.
Oh, 100%. I actually saw a post today. Like Benji Marshall, phenomenal player of the game. He's been a part of this game for a long time. And although he's kind of, it's not been the greatest couple of years, it's because kind of that's the reflection of how the Tigers have been going, you know what I mean? But, I think, the best way for them to run out with Benji would be to obviously get that win. And the Eels are definitely beatable opposition, like the Eels this year. They've looked really average, man. They've just looked really average. And I said this in my tipping video. I'm like, man, this is the I think it's like it's kind of reflective of how weak the comp is this year. Like, obviously, you've got your Roosters, you compare. Oh, hold on, Titans here. Titans going on the left-hand side here. Go, Titans. Go, boy. Go, 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 go. Go, Ash. Go, Ash. Go, Ash. Go, Ash. Go, Ash. Go, Ash. Boo!
I'm a touch behind you here.
Oh.
After this.
Ash Taylor, baby.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about.
Taylor.
Video ref here.
Oh, beautiful.
What are they checking the video ref here? Is that Ash Taylor's first try of the year, actually? I don't think that could be. I don't think I've seen Ash Taylor score this year, but what are they looking at? What are they looking at? What are they looking at? What are you looking at? Like, what are we looking at here? It's like, clearly that's a try, lads. Clearly that's a try.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
What did you think of the bunker rules with the change last night? How they just blew the try, and if not, they come back to it.
I find it's obviously I do all sports and channel, man. So I do football and all that type of stuff, and we have a thing called VAR. Now, VAR is basically that exact concept of, like, they can overrule the referee, they can come back and do whatever they want if they see something. And look, it is debatable. It does kind of frustrate you in football, but I guess it's more suited to this game of rugby league. However, I don't feel like it was okay to bring it back in this last round when there is still things that teams are playing for. Like, how can you bring it back in a game like it's so crucial to the season yesterday for both those teams? And obviously, I believe it's on tonight as well, aren't they? Are they doing the whole games, all this round?
Just games where has no bearing on any top 8 results at all. So I think the other game this round will be the Sea Eagles and the Warriors.
Okay, so not this game. That's not this game because the Knights. Yeah, okay. Nah. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, but like, look, I think it was. I knew that was the right decision when they took it back for that offside kick. But then again, if you want to go back and look at other games like where that would have been the case, it gets frustrating for teams who have lost those games based on that. And it's like, if you go back at that, it's like, oh man, there's just so many issues that you can go back and look through the season and be like, wait a second, like we just got jibbed and this team just got given the benefit of this in the last, like, it's a bit strange, man. Like, is that what your thoughts are, or?
I just think if we keep speeding the game up and looking for ways to speed up the game, look how many serious long-term injuries we've had this year.
Yeah,
if we keep looking for ways to speed up the game, there's like NRL players are at peak fitness. You can't get much fitter than what they have to go through in preseasons. Like, realistically, it's not natural for a human being to crash into other human beings for 80 minutes.
Yeah, and for like 24 weeks a year.
Exactly, and just week in, week out. And then if you do that under fatigue, you're going to get injured eventually. I don't know. I think the breaks in rugby league are a part of the game. I think they'll always need to be a part of the game. I like where V'landys' head is at. He's come in. He's made some great changes so far.
Yeah.
But I think eventually he's going to change something a bit too far, and he's going to set a lot of fans on the wrong foot.
Oh, 100%. Well, I think because they just keep changing things. Oh my God, Titans here again. That's the wing out here. Oh my God, Titans actually out of the wing here again. Are you in line with me now with Tremaine Spry with the ball?
Yeah, I've got Tremaine.
Yeah, sweet.
Oh, Tremaine. There.
Yeah, there we go. 6-0 here to the Titans by weight. But yeah, I think that they're just changing it too much every single year, like every single day. And now it's gotten to the point where they're changing it mid-year. now it's being changed during the year. But NRL Drive, Pete Rose says, hey, Dingo. So Isaac Rich says, sup Blaze, sup Clarkey. Hello, mate. Get around him. He's a Panthers fan. Having a good season over there. Only Charlie says, Duffy's best rugby league. Get around it. DMH says, does every team have a wooden spoon now? No, Manly doesn't.
Warriors don't.
Really?
Raiders don't.
The Warriors don't, do they?
Raiders might have one. Warriors don't. No, believe it or not. Oh, I could be wrong, but this is off the top of my head. Warriors don't. Manly don't. Believe Raiders don't. I know Dragons don't because they came 15th last year and they came awfully close.
Oh, true. I didn't realize the Dragons. So they've been a long time too. Like, obviously Dragons and Manly are the ones.
Storm shouldn't have a spoon, but I mean they did cheat the cap, so that's what you get what you deserve.
No, they got the spoon, man. They cheated, man. Come on, man. But they got it.
I'm very interested one day if Craig Bellamy or Cameron Smith release a book. I want to know what happened there. I want to know. I guess even if they knew, they would never admit to it.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm very interested to hear the crux of everything and how it all played out. But
it'd be a big time seller. It would be. Just 1 second, man. Third tackle here for the Knights, guys. They're going to be 12 metres out here. Third tackle here. 6 minutes into the game. The Knights are going to get an attacking opportunity here. They're going out to the right-hand side. Oh, bad pass, though. Bad pass. And that's going to go absolutely nowhere. They're going to come back in here. 4 tackle, guys. Yeah, so basically, man, like whenever it kind of gets in the red zone, you know what I mean? Like whenever it gets in the 12-meter zone, we start to we
Switch
kind of
on a bit.
switch on a little bit. But Knights here going to be 5 meters out here from the line. Come on, Titans, hold these boys out. Knights
Come on,
are
boys.
playing for quite a lot this in this game, guys. And the Knights can kick this over the top. Good kick, good kick. Oh no, that's a try. Damn it.
I think that is knocked back. But that's very soft.
Yeah, that's a harsh.
Very soft.
I think that's going to come off the Titans. Actually, I don't even know if that's going to be knocked back. I think that's going to come off the Titans here, and they're going to score off the back of an unfortunate drop there. That's very unfortunate. I don't think we deserved that. I thought we started pretty well, but then again, we gave up a really bad play in the middle of the field to give them the attacking opportunity, man.
I think Peachy should have had a little bit more pressure there on Lino. I know there was an inside option there, but he was able to put that kick exactly where he wanted.
Yeah, that's going to be... I think that's going to come off the Titans here, man. If anything, it goes backwards off the Knights anyway. I can't see... It's... Well, not even backwards. It might go sideways. I can't see that going forward, though. So that's going to be... yeah, no, that's off the Titans. He gave try, right?
Yeah.
Pete...
I mean...
Gone.
Aiden Guerra, he's competing at his age. He's announced his retirement, but he's still in there competing. He's a great player.
He came from the Chooks, right? Is it the Chooks, yeah?
And he doesn't get enough credit because he was one of the first good players at that stage in their prime to come across to the Knights. Or maybe not in his prime. But, you know, if Guerra doesn't come, maybe Ponga doesn't come. If Ponga doesn't come, maybe Pierce doesn't come.
They're still checking this, by the way. Like, they're still looking at this. Did he give try or no try? He gave try, right?
I believe he gave try, yeah.
So I'm not too sure what you
could...
They
might be looking for a knock-on from Brian Kelly into Guerra potentially if Kelly touches first.
I actually think the ball, if they class this off Knights, like obviously Kelly grabs the ball first, but if they class this off Knights, the ball does actually come forward off the Knights if these last touch. I don't know. I think it's going to be a knock-on from the Titans first, but it could still be a knock-on from the Knights, but a knock-on from the Titans first. There's no evidence to overturn this. That's the only thing. Like, I don't understand how we could still be looking at this, to be honest with you.
I agree. And I think that's why we should just get rid of the whole referee having to refer a try or no try. In real time, a referee can't make that call as to what's happened in that contest.
Oh, 100%. You know. Oh, wait. What are they calling here?
Hold on.
Did they call no try?
So they've called a double knock-on.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So I think the Titans knocked on first.
I believe that'll be no try.
Yeah, no try. It's a no try. There you go. It's a no try. So is that knock on from the Titans first? Yeah, scrum to Knights. Scrum Knights. There you go. But at least we didn't concede the try. At least we didn't concede the try. There you go. Isaac Ritchie says, my favourite player from the Titans is Jamal Fogarty, and Daniel Saifidi is my favourite Knights player. Jamal Fogarty's been looking really good. Actually, what do you think of Jamal Fogarty this year, Clarkey?
I've got to admit, when he first came in, I thought he's one of those players that plays fantastically in reserve grade, but just might not be classy enough to play consistently in the NRL. But what he's actually turned out to be, he reminds me a lot of Cody Walker. Someone who's just applied their trade in reserve grade for a long time, so that by the time they come to NRL, they've seen so many different situations where they're able to play great.
Yeah, 100%. Well, he's Burley, yeah, Burley Bears. I think he was. He's like, what? How old is he? Like, he's a bit of an agey one for a debutant.
Yeah, I think he's 25, but please don't quote me on that.
I was going to say 26, so it's definitely around that area, though. Oh, no, Knights here. They're going to be 5 meters out here, third tackle. Oh, here we go. Come on, Titans, Steve. We've actually had pretty decent defense in majority of our game. Majority for everyone out there who's going to insult me for that. Oh, no, Ponga here. Oh, good work there, actually. Good work.
Ponga, wrap him up. Oh, yes,
down. 4 tackle here, 12 meters out. They're going to pass this ball out to the right-hand side here, guys. 8 minutes into this game. And that's going to be short again. They're going to be 12 meters out here. Fit tackle. What can they do here? The Knights haven't done too much. That's a knock-on, baby.
That's fantastic.
Good defense.
That's got to give us a lot of confidence as well, defending our try line for 2 sets like that.
Yeah, wow. I can't believe that. I can't believe after all that we didn't give up a try. That's actually madness to me. That's actually madness that we didn't give up a try there. Wow, good defense.
Part of the new culture, I think Justin Holbrook's bringing us, man.
Yeah, well, I was going to say at halftime, man, and we'll definitely be talking about that. We're talking about next year, guys. So if you guys are obviously in the chat, obviously everyone in the chat, definitely stick around. Obviously, smack that thumbs up button. Obviously, subscribe if you're new around here, and go and check out Clarkey as well on his social medias. But the Titans here are going to get the ball here, 10 meters out here from the line. Dasmate says he's 26. Well, there you go. Buddy, I guessed it bang on. Look at me, I'm flying.
There you go.
Flying.
You got it.
Pete Rose says
Got it.
Holmes ruled out for game 1. Really? Valentine Holmes?
Not ruled out, but he will have to beat a grade 1 shoulder charge. He'll need to successfully overturn that at a judiciary.
Oh, wow. Jesus,
And that's
Queensland
hard
going to be
to do.
able to field a team?
Tom Felt's out as well. He's getting groin surgery.
That's what I'm saying. And Katoni Staggs is gone. Katoni Staggs is gone, but he, every man his dog. Well, who's the hooker? Who's the? Oh no, that's a knock on from Proctor. Oh no. Lovely. Duffy says that defense looks familiar. What do you mean that defense looks familiar? Huh? What are you talking about? What are you talking about in the chat? Sport Reaction says Edric Lee should make it. Edric Lee.
Your wingers would be Edric Lee and Ronaldo Mulatalo. That really could probably be next best options.
Jeez, but I like them, but in the same sense, Origin players, like the word Origin next to their names, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. But like Mulatalo's fantastic though.
He'd get there in a few years.
Mm.
I definitely think he'll be there in a few years. But as you say, I mean, Kyle Felt, huge loss. Valentine Holmes, if he can't overturn that charge, huge loss. It's slim pickings. And that's not to be disrespectful to the Maroons.
Yeah.
Oh, what are you?
What's going on
I
here?
thought he was going to blow a penalty. So it's not to be disrespectful to the Maroons, but look at the Blues' depth. If Teddy doesn't play fullback, then it's Travojevic. Then it's Clint Gutherson.
But
it would be Latrell Mitchell.
Yeah,
it's got so many options.
The crazy thing is, though, is that obviously this was the similar thing last year where Queensland, everyone was saying we had no depth, we had no players, but, it's Origin, even up until that Game 3 final 80, I was there, I watched it, I vlogged it, it was not exactly great being a Queensland fan, but, we stuck in it when we probably should have been taken down probably in a sweep, in a 3-game buddy whitewash, you know what I mean? So, but we stuck in there, and that's the beauty of Origin, man. Like Knights here, close. That's the beauty of Origin, Why is he offloading that? Oh my God, Edric Lee's going to score. Oh no, yeah, he's going to score.
No.
Damn it.
Damn it. Offload shouldn't have led to a try.
I don't know about that one. Yeah, that's not fun to watch. He's going to check this too. I think he's going to check to see if his arm hits the ground, but I'm pretty certain he gets this. I don't think his arm hits the ground here.
Yeah, I think it's a try also.
Oh, we're not even checking that. They're just checking the grounding. I'm pretty certain he easily gets this. I don't even think he's anywhere close. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, that's a try. That's a try. That's a try, my friend. That's a try. Dasmate says all the Doggies players should make it. No, thank you. I don't. I don't think that's happening, mate. I don't think the Doggies players are making it, my friend.
Wait, his leg's out.
Wait, what?
Is Edric Lee wearing yellow boots? I believe he is. He's
oh my God, he is. Yeah, it is actually.
He's a millimetre from the ground. They've just blown another try. This is a try gone banging.
Oh, yeah, that is. That's out.
I can't believe it.
That's actually going to be out as well. Yeah, wow, this is actually crazy. That's actually crazy.
There's
yeah.
millimetres in.
Hey, no try, baby.
Right now. You can't believe it.
Unreal. Tony Coran says BKRsport and Clarkey name a better duo. You can't do it. It's just impossible. You cannot do it. But you know what? Name a better team, the Titans. You also can't do it. We're coming, baby. We are coming. We're flying. We've been finding a way to stop them from scoring, and we're still up 6. Can you believe we're still up 6-0 after 11 minutes here?
And our goal line defense, aside from not competing like we should have for that high ball, and an offload there that was a little bit 50-50. Probably a little bit of luck in that. Aside from those two things, we've been really good over the first 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah. No, well, look, we haven't even had too much of the ball. That's the thing. Like, when we had the ball, we scored. That's the thing. When we had the ball, we scored. Sorry about by the way, guys, I'm in Fiji, as you guys all know. Sometimes it goes blurry. Sometimes it's not so great. But we're here the whole time, guys, so do forgive the internet troubles. But that's going to be a penalty here, the Titans. So we're actually, as soon as we get the ball, we're actually going to have a decent attacking opportunity here. Gee whiz. We're flying, mate.
Yeah, that changes the momentum of the game.
Oh, completely. We've just been slaughtered for the past 8 minutes, and yet we're going to be still up 6-0 here, and we're being our own 40-metre line here. Hey, Donnie's playing tonight, right?
Yeah, the Don's in.
Oh, feed the Don and he'll score.
Gotta love the Don.
What were you going to
The
say?
Don and Corey Thompson on our wings next year. I was going to say, Mweki Fotuaika pledges to the Maroons. You think is he in your 17? You think he makes it?
Ash Taylor's having a good game right now. Oh my God. Mike Waker. I think based on what he's been doing, yeah, I think he's. I think so. It's a tough one. We do have a big forward pack. We do have a nice forward pack here in Queensland. That's probably where we're not lacking. You know what I mean? If we're not lacking in a position, it's our forward pack. It's more like our back line that we have no one. And I don't necessarily believe Corey Oates should be getting a spot right now.
I just don't think you can give him a wing spot.
No way. Oh my God, Titans here. Oh my God, look at this, how we're going. Look at how we're playing right now. This is outrageous right now.
Just throwing it around, having fun, man.
Exactly right.
That's the key to us playing good footy.
Exactly right.
We try to play this grinding style. It'll work for some time, but you won't beat the top teams with that style. Throw the footy around, have fun, take chances, take your opportunities. The tries will flow. Titans
20 minutes out here, going to the left-hand side. They're going to hit it on fourth here. They're that confident. They're going to get it on fourth here. We're going to get a fresh set of 6.
So,
that's going to be a fresh set of 6, baby. You've got to love that.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you've got to love that.
Great kick by Ash. Great kick.
Oh, yeah, phenomenal kick by Ash. Ash has been really good this season. I feel like it's because of the lack of pressure that he's had to have on him. Because when he was, last year, he was, when he came back, or whenever he's been playing for the Titans, he's always had to be that leader. And I feel like he was always mismanaged in that sense and told to be the leader. When we all know that he's more of a guy that should be, sitting back and reading the play and getting those nice little kicks away like what we just saw then.
Absolutely. I love him at 5'8". And if you do want to compare him to one of the best halves in the competition, Mitchell Pearce, statistically, Ash Taylor is better than him in try assist areas, line break assists, tackle breaks, line breaks. Now, obviously, with certain players, there's a presence that they have out there and a control and a composure, and Ash is still working on that. But statistically, he's right up there this year. Yeah,
100%. Yeah, well, this year he's improved greatly compared to what he... Like, I've known Ash for a few years personally. Oh, my God, look at this attack. Look at this attack right now.
Oh, great ball, Ash.
Oh, nice offload. Oh, my God. Nice offload there to AJ Brimson. Comes back. What's going on here? This is not what I'm used to with the Titans. I'm not used to this. I'm not used to this. No. I like it. Oh, my God, he's going to knock that. Oh, no, I'm used to that. No, I'm used to that. I'm used to that one. But, just as I was speaking positivity. Go on.
It is what it is.
Giant stuff.
We're going to take our chances and throw the ball out, we've got to expect a couple errors.
Oh, of course, especially from a front row forward. But Giant Stuff says, thoughts on the Titans mascot. Why? What do you mean, what thoughts on the Titans mascot? What's wrong with Buddy Blade? What's wrong with Turbo? What's wrong with Blade and Turbo, mate? Huh? What's wrong with Blade and damn old Turbo, mate? Gee whiz. Gotta love Blade and Turbo.
They might be the only better duo than us.
They might be. That might be it. That might be the only two. Exactly right. But 15 minutes into this game, guys, it is still Titans 6-0 here. We are 4 likes away from 60. Go and smack that thumbs up button and get around it. Lee Ellis is up the Titans. Damo says up the My Titans. We've got a lot of Titans fans here. We actually have quite a few Knights fans in the channel at the moment as well. So funnily enough, man, I'll tell you this. I don't know why. We've actually got most of our subscribers and Bulldogs fans at the moment. I don't get it. I just don't get it. We've got so many Bulldogs fans on the channel. It's crazy. It's like, why you wouldn't expect the team in last to actually have people out there. Oh my God, look at this! Feed the Don, feed the Don, feed the Don, feed the Don. Oh my God, he's going to come back on the inside here. Oh, look at that! Look at that little step there. Look at this guy's movements. Look at this guy's damn old movements. Unreal. Unreal. V Maxinator says, "Let's go Storm." Yeah, they've basically played. Oh my God, look at this! Oh, that's a knock on there from the Knights. That's a penalty. That's a penalty. That would have been an easy try there, but that's going to be a penalty here to the Titans.
I don't think we should take the 2, but I think we should keep the pressure here.
Oh, keep the pressure, 100%. Keep the pressure, 100%, man. 100%. Only Trade says, imagine if Panthers beat the Dogs by 177. No, thank you. No, thank you. That'll be. Look. What's the high score ever? Like 98 or something like that. I think someone was just short of 100. I'm not too sure.
That's a good question. I'm not sure.
Can someone?
I don't know if anyone's interested. If you Google Rugby League Project, that has a lot of interesting stats like that.
Yeah, 100%. Well, anyone in the chat, can you tell us what the largest score of all time was? Tony Coran says, Clarkey, say your most hated team on here and won't tell Instagram. Nah, he can't do that. Unless you want to.
I won't say it. I get asked at every Q&A I do. I can't say it.
Oh, no, I get it all the time.
Fair idea.
Oh no, yeah.
I think you have a very fine.
Yeah, you can assume as much as you want, guys. What are you saying?
I've got myself offside with a couple of fan bases actually, particularly the Tigers this year.
Tigers.
Before they had Harry. Yeah, I thought they'd get the wooden spoon.
Six again. Oh, I thought so too. I thought Tigers would be. I think I tipped them in 15th, and I feel like that's probably where they probably deserve to be. But the thing is, on my channel, man, I can say whatever I damn I want. I don't have to be impartial, but you know. Oh, Kevin Proctor.
No, Kevy. That's his second error.
Damn it, man. That's all right. No, we're still up 6-0. What's that?
I said that's right, Kevin. Just don't buy anyone this game, please.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't be ideal. But 18 minutes.
Did you think he actually bit him? At first I thought he definitely did, but then when I reviewed it a bit more, I thought maybe not.
That was close to being high. No, it doesn't look like it further on. No, it wasn't. He was ducking into it. It doesn't look like it the further you look into it. But in the same sense, like if you look at the way that lawyer worded their argument, like there was no way you could go against the argument that he, you know what I mean? Like I don't think anyone believed that he actually intentionally bit him. But I feel like the way that it was worded, it was just you couldn't beat it. You just couldn't beat that argument from the lawyer. So it was really well done. And I feel like he actually got off a lot less than he probably should have, considering that the judgment was that he bit him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you look at like other ones, like who was it? James Graham on Slater, etc. There's been some.
Oh yeah. Well, did he get sent off? Did he get sin binned or no?
No, and that's why it was so weird that Kevin Proctor got sent off. Because you get put on report because you can't obviously confirm their
penalty.
You know, the player still needs to put in whether they're guilty or not.
Yeah, 100%.
So generally the player would be put on report. So when Proctor got marched, I was a little bit frustrated with that.
Yeah, 100%. There was also another one a couple of years back, I think 2015 or something like that, where some guy didn't get sent off as well, or even I don't think he got sin binned. I don't even think anything happened from it. It just said on report, but yeah, no, it was frustrating. But yeah, unfortunately, it was that probably was the detriment of our season. I feel like we were definitely on target there. But if AJ Brimson wasn't injured the whole year, man, like I dead set think we made that. He's been unreal since come back. I feel like people ask me my top 5 fullbacks all the time, and you know, for me, Pappenhausen's been the best this year by far. I think Pappenhausen has to be number 1 this year. I feel like Tedesco hasn't really done too much. Obviously, overall, I take Tedesco. But overall, actually, without injury, I take Trbojevic. But he gets injured way too much.
And it's interesting
yes,
you say that because when you beautiful. Because when you compare AJ Brimson's stats with Tom Trbojevic, they're extremely similar. But it's important to remember, Tom Trbojevic was coming off a full healthy preseason. AJ's returning from a fractured back.
Yeah, fair enough.
And their stats are similar.
Well, the thing is,
which is scary for us moving forward with just how good AJ could be.
The thing is with AJ though, you got to remember that he plays the Titans, and people obviously, you know, when a team plays like for example, people have grown up, or the last 10 years have seen us being shit, right? So they've never really focused on this team. They're never really going to until maybe next year, where you know they've had a year to kind of adjust, but. These type of teams never get those individual players never really get the value that they actually bring because of the fact that people don't actually watch and they just see the scoreline and then they hear like, oh, this player did well, but they don't actually get to see how well the player actually did. That's what I find with AJ Brimson. Like I've been trying to say, like I would definitely have him in my top 5. I would obviously, like I said, I would have, if I was to say fully fit, I would take Trbojevic first. But even in this year, I'm taking Pappenhausen, but that's with everyone with how the situations have gone. But I'd take Trbojevic first, I'd take Tedesco second. And I genuinely would be putting AJ Brimson up in that top 5, like 4 or maybe 4 or 5. But you've got to add in 2 of us. It's hard. There's a lot of good fullbacks at the moment, man. Like there is.
Definitely. I'm interested to see if AJ can play centre because the Maroons are short centres.
Yeah.
I don't think he can, and I know Mal Menig views him as a hooker, which is extremely...
As a hooker?
That's where he played him in the under-23s for Australia.
Okay, interesting. Oh, that's a shocking kick there. Shocking kick. But yeah, no, that's interesting. Hooker, obviously he's a utility. He can play anywhere, and they were really. I don't know if you heard this because obviously you're a Titans fan too. But like, I don't know if you heard this before the season, but they were thinking about putting him in the halves at one point.
Yeah, they were at one point. It's just like you say, AJ's one of those players where he plays such good footy that you could literally play him in any jersey. I think anywhere.
That's a knock on
from
there.
Lock.
That's a knock on there. Don't you dare tell me that wasn't a knock on. Oh, don't you dare tell me that wasn't a knock on, you bloody son of a... I tell you what. What were you saying about AJ? Oh, that's a knock-on, baby. Yeah, call that one against it. Call that one against us, you dogs.
Yeah, that's karma. That's karma.
Exactly right. Exactly right. Tony
Converting the
says...
entire back line.
Tony says,
That's where AJ can
Clarkey,
play.
what do you think about Edwards? He's so underrated. I think you may be talking about Dylan Edwards at the Panthers,
Edwards.
maybe?
Well, you look at a lot of premiership teams in the last decade, and the common theme they all have, it's a world-class fullback, a Tedesco or a Billy Slater in a lot of those cases. And a lot of people at the start of the year thought, that can't be the Panthers. They've only got Dylan Edwards. But he's just improved. He's battled back from injuries. Adam O'Brien, not happy. He's battled back from injuries. He's played great.
Brimo gets that. Oh, yeah, keep going, keep going.
Here we go. Young. Wrapped up. Yeah, and he's just improved every single week to the point where I wouldn't say he's quite a world-class fullback, but he's definitely good enough if the Panthers are to win the comp.
Yeah, where would you put him around? Like, obviously you wouldn't put. Oh, nice offload there from Mo. Nice off. Go Peachy, go Peachy.
Hey.
Oh man, that was a really nice offload from Mo actually. Peachy here.
Yeah.
Fit tackle here for the Titans going out to the left-hand side. Taylor kicks it through. Kevin Proctor coming through, and that's going to be. Oh my God, he's actually going to get stopped by his own player there. We're going to get a drop out here. Beautiful. Beautiful. There you go. Titans, baby. 6-0 up here. We're going to get the kick. Woohoo.
Yeah, exactly. Even if we're not scoring tries here, we're just paying dividends. The Knights are getting more and more tight in defense. This will pay dividends towards the end of the game.
Exactly right.
Well, good footy.
That's
good
the thing.
footy.
I've been saying. I personally think right now we're better than the Sharks. We're better than the Knights, and I would nearly say we're better than the Rabbitohs.
Bring in the wild card round, please.
Yeah, wild card. Yeah, please. Yeah, please. Bring it in.
I'd love it so much.
Bring it in.
Saying that, it would be a bit harsh if you were to... Because the wild card round is teams from 6th to 10th.
Oh, wait, so what?
Like
This is actually...
10th.
Wait, so this is actually a thing? You're talking about an actual thing here?
No, if it was ever to occur, it would be 6th versus 10th. Now, imagine if 10th actually did shock 6th. You would have finished below halfway in the competition and be playing finals.
Yeah, but I can understand that. There is a lot of teams who just missed the finals who got off to a bad start. Like, for example, your Bulldogs usually. They usually are pretty slow starters and finish off quite strong. And I guess that would kind of make sense. But then again, I know a lot of people would argue that. I don't think that'd ever come in. That'd never be a thing.
I don't think it would, but it would be interesting because the topic would go away from top 4 to become top 5.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to be finishing in the wild card range.
Yeah, 100%.
I think if we expanded to 18 teams, it'd be mint.
That makes sense. Yeah, but then again, if you did that, like the way the NFL works and the way those sports works, like you have your, say for example, your top 8, and then you have your 2 other teams, the 2 best teams outside of that play each other for a spot. You know what I mean?
Right.
But then you'd kind of have to make it even. It'd be difficult, but you could work it around. So you could work it around. But the Titans here, they're going to be 10 meters out here with a fresh set of 6 here. We're going out to the left here. We're playing better. We're playing damn well better than the Knights here.
Fresh set of 6 and a fresh haircut for Jai Arrow.
Yeah, exactly. Looks pretty decent. Oh my God, Titans try, baby. Oh my God, look at that from Mitchy Rain.
I love this bloke.
Look at him go to the Titans. Oh man, no one believes in us. We don't care.
When Mitchell Rain's on, he is one of the top hookers. A lot of people won't agree with that, but I believe it. When he's on...
Oh, man, look at that. That's unreal.
Fools 3 defenders and scores under the post. That's incredible. That's what Damien Cook does, and people would consider Cookie one of the top hookers. So,
well, what's Cook done this year, really? Let's ask that question.
He's been very quiet. I think you almost have to include Appy Coruscant in that Blues squad.
I think, well, the thing is with New South Wales is like, this is what I've been saying as well. You can't really change that team around because, like, for Queensland for 8 years, when they won 8 years in a row, it's because they didn't change. Despite a loss, they would never change. And if New South Wales went and changed their spine despite winning 2 years in a row, that would defeat all the purposes of them saying, once we find our team, we're going to lock in with this team. And it would just make it, they would just go back to being the same old New South Wales where they change unnecessarily, they mix the combinations and, they kind of, they kind of lose their way. So yeah, hopefully they stick. If I'm a Queensland fan, I want them to change. But then again, Apicos has a fantastic hooker. But then that mixes with the combination. So it's a hard one. It is.
Yeah, I agree. I think Cookie still has to be your number 9.
Yeah.
You have Appy Coruscant in that 28-man squad just so he's there. Because let's be honest, if something unfortunately did happen to Damien Cook, then there's no one else but Appy Coruscant. Cameron McInnes may be an argument, but because he's played lock back row this year, I'd be more interested in him in maybe a 14 role potentially.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I think they do need to bring, Cook, just because the fact that they need to maintain the same team. But yeah, he has been really quiet this year. But guys, that's going to be 12-0 here to the Titans. 12-0 here with 13 and a half minutes to go here in the first half. Brilliant start here from the Titans. So, guys, go and smack that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Medvedev says, is the Don playing? The Don is playing, mate. Feed the Don. Feed the Don. Feed the Don and he will score. Feed the Don and he will score. Pete Ferro says, Blaze, has the Broncos merchandise come out yet? Yes, mate. Came out today. It's in the description. There's a link that says Broncos Wooden Spoon merchandise. You can click on that one, or on Facebook as well. There is heaps of posts and stuff. So yeah, man. Hayek is not getting around the Titans. I'm not going to read that comment out, but he's not happy with the Titans. He's not happy with the old Titans. Dovey says, guess which club Mitch Rain came from? Oh my God, a Panthers fan just talking smack as per usual. Tasman says, okay, this one's for you, Clarkey. Cleary and Keary in the halves. Are you agreeing with that one?
I agree. I thought Mitchell Moses was in the running early in the year. But the way Nathan Cleary controls the game and the way Luke Keary takes on the short side and isn't afraid to chance his arm.
Yeah.
You think back to when James Maloney played Origin. He threw intercept balls. He stuffed up, but he took opportunities and it paid off eventually. And he played Origin alongside Cleary. So it makes a lot of sense to partner those two up.
100%. Well, yeah, Cleary's just been absolutely unreal this year. And Keary's obviously, he's arguably the best in his position. So obviously people compare him with Munster, but, Munster, they're obviously two different states there anyway. But, look at that. You can just see this Titans team is rolled up right now. Look at us go. Bloody rolled up.
I think also importantly, if you remember last year, Nathan Cleary got injured. And I think it was Wade Graham come into the halves. Well, if something unfortunate like that was to occur, then Luke Keary is a ready-made 7 as well. So you've got that option in your back pocket also, which is huge.
Yeah, 100%. I think that I personally find our forwards are better than New South Wales, though.
Yeah, I think if we did hold an edge anywhere, that would be where.
Yeah, it wouldn't be backs. Oh, no. Don't talk to me about backs. No. No. Don't give me their backs compared to our backs. But I actually remember, I'll tell you that, that's a bit of a change of topic, but I remember when, at the beginning of the year, Broncos fans didn't believe me when I was like, I'd actually take the Titans back line. This was at the beginning of the year. I'd actually take the Titans back line over the Broncos back line. They had Tony Staggs, but besides that, I just didn't rate their back line at all. They had a great forward line, but their back line was shithouse. And you look at our back line, it's a pretty damn well decent back line. Obviously, Tony Papi is leaving, but, we've got a really good back line at the moment. We're just kind of coming together for next year.
Absolutely, I agree. And even the thing we have to remember tonight is Corey Thompson, whilst he does have a small hamstring strain, realistically, if he was fit, he might have been left out of this side.
Yeah.
So next year, that allows our wingers to permanently be Don, and we'd have Corey Thompson.
That's right. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
Exactly. And our centres would be Brian Kelly and Philip Sammy, and with Tremaine Spry for depth for either the wing or the centre position. So whilst obviously young Tonamapea has been fantastic for us, it's been awesome to see him back in the NRL.
Keep going, yep.
Beautiful. From what I understand, Herman Esse against his future teammate. A little bit of a high one.
Yeah, exactly right, yeah.
I'll see you next year. Obviously, Tonamapea is a big loss. He's been awesome for us, but I think it's a loss we are well equipped to deal with. And I think that's important, the club knowing to not overpay in areas.
Yeah.
You look at the Melbourne Storm, you look at the Roosters, they've lost good players over the years, but they've never not been well equipped to deal with it.
Yeah.
And I think with Don and Corey Thompson, sitting out tonight, we are well equipped to cover the loss of Tonamapea.
Oh my God, it's another knock on there. But yeah. Well, actually, I want to ask you about that Craig Bellamy thing, because I feel like that Storm is completely revolving around Craig Bellamy. Do you believe that that's actually a possibility there going to Brisbane, or do you feel like that's another Courier Mail bullshit, buddy, News Corp, horse shit, bullshit thing just to get Broncos fans thinking that maybe there could be positivity around the corner and forget this season, but, wait a second, we might be looking at game in the future. Like, hey, shut up. I don't believe it for a second. I think that's all just full of shit just to get Broncos fans thinking, you know what? Yeah, shit season, but next year, we'll be right. We'll be right. Hey, shut up.
There's a reason the Courier Mail is able to break every single bit of Brisbane Broncos news. They hold massive shares in the club.
Exactly right.
Of course they're going to send out all this positivity and stuff when their fans are literally going to this training paddock after the game, Mind you, that game finishes because it's a Thursday night. Like they wouldn't get there till 10:30 at night.
Yeah.
And they were just showering the field with spoons.
Yeah, that's funny as. That's
Um,
I heard they wanted to take legal action for that too, which is ridiculous. Like that's just stupid.
How about you take some accountability and play better for your fans? It's a wooden spoon.
And they were up 12-0 too. They were up 12-0 last night, and all the Broncos fans in the chat, they were like, ha, we got you, BKRsport. Ha, we didn't get the wooden spoon.
For the Broncos, that's happened all year.
Exactly.
They play well in patches, but they don't put it together for a full 80.
Well, let's go have a look at that Sharks game for one of the Knights here. They're going to be 12 metres out here, fit tackle. What are they going to do here, the Knights? We've had good defence so far. Don't tell me that's a set restart. That would be stupid if it was. That was held on for quite a bit, though. He's going to kick it through.
Yeah.
Ooh, Donnie's going to get that one. It's going to be a drop out here. 9 minutes to go here of the first half here, guys. Cronzy says Titans 30, Knights 18. Theodore Avutar says, GG, mate, congratulations on the win. We're playing shit today. No energy, just a bunch of stupid plays. Nah, brother. There's literally 50 minutes left this game. And this is what I've got to tell a lot of people on this channel, right? You know, people don't understand the full effects of a full game of 80 minutes. You know, like you can play for shit for 40 minutes and then you can come out after that first half. As long as you're not down 30-0. Like, I've still seen teams come back from 30 down. You know what I mean? I think the Cowboys lost that game, or the Eels lost that game, but they still made it, I think, 30-28 or something like that. Or, you know, I think there's a team that came back, Panthers and Sharks. I think Panthers came back from 26-0 down to win 28-26 or something like that. You know, that's the thing, man. Anything can happen in sport. I remember with my team over with Man City, obviously, we were down 2-1 in the biggest game of our lives in the 91st minute, and we won that game. 91st minute. There's only 90 minutes in football, guys. So... sport, that's the thing with sport, man. Anything can happen at any given time. And this is only 12-0 right now. The Knights are on third tackle, 12 metres out here from the Titans line. They score here. They're only down by 6 points. They're going to the right-hand side here. Ponga's going to go out to he's going to kick that through there. No, that's an easy try. That's an easy try too. Oh, that's going to be maybe knock on, maybe? Maybe knock on, or is that going to be knocked out from the Titans? I'm not too sure.
I think knock on.
No, it's going to be a dropout here. It's going to be a dropout, but at least we stopped it.
Bunker will be reviewing it in the background. We'll see.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh, no. Bunker won't be reviewing in the background because this is an impactful game for the top 8.
In regards to the Bunker, we'll be reviewing whether it was who it came off, essentially.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Potentially change it to a 20-meter tap.
Yeah, fair enough.
Doesn't look like as such. Sorry, I should have been more specific there.
No, that makes sense. Mevedes says Clipper's try last night against the Broncos was amazing. I can't remember which one that was. There was a couple that were really... Well, the last try the Cowboys scored with Valentine Holmes was unreal. Obviously, he didn't score, but he got the ball out of the wing for... Was it Fido?
Yeah, Holmes was great last night. 3 tries. He was on fire.
I thought he was a bit suspect at the back, but I thought he was definitely... Oh, my God, look at that. Oh, damn, he's going to bring it back in. I wish AJ was there a little bit faster. If AJ was there a little bit faster, he gets that. He makes him knock that ball on. Damn it.
And this is what you say about sports, man. Old mate was just writing his team off. They're in here, seemingly, and only down by 6.
Exactly. You know, there's still 6.5 minutes to go here the first half. It's a bunker, though, but he definitely regroups his ball and gets this down. Unfortunately, Brimo's just a little bit too late here, and
I think Brimo was sitting a little bit. He thought Bradman Best might have been getting the ball.
Yeah, exactly. And that's going to... Surely he gets this. Surely they don't mess this up. Oh, where's his leg, actually? Oh, no, it's nowhere near. Nowhere near. That's easy try. They're not going to be able to take that one off them, lads.
No, the Knights are back in, and then how the Titans respond from here will be interesting.
Yeah, especially considering I believe we've dominated... Oh, well, actually, this game's been very 50-50 in regards to domination. You know, the Titans dominated first 5 minutes, and the Knights were probably the next 10. And then Titans ever since that 15-minute mark, and now with... probably the last 5 minutes has been all Knights again. So it's been very, 50-50.
Definitely. I think we defended our line well to start, and then we took some confidence from that. But how much confidence the Knights take out of a try now, that's anyone's guess, but you have to imagine it's a fair bit.
Well, that's the thing, because Yeah, no, that was very nice play there from the Knights, and that was very lucky that Edric Lee was... Because Edric Lee, I don't ever trust him with the ball in his hands.
Not after that semi-final against the Sharks when he played for Raiders.
I can't even remember that one, but I know that he would have dropped the ball a lot. All I know is that, because he's not exactly the safest hands in the business, put it that way.
No, I like Edric Lee, but he knocked the ball on twice with the line wide open, and they were down by 4, I believe. He just needed to catch it and put it down. And twice he knocked it on. And then he joined the Sharks like the next year, so everyone was like, oh my God, was he match fixing?
Yeah, that's right, yeah. That's right. So Knights here from the sideline, down by 8. Can he miss it? 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 He's going to get that. Wow, that's a nice kick. That curled to the left and then curled back inside as well. Wow.
Yes, that was weird.
That's really strange. That was like a knuckleball in the baseball, man. That was a really nice kick there. That I thought that was missing off the boot. It looked like it was curling too much, and then it just curled back in.
Mason Leno's a very good goal kicker.
Player-wise, though, what are your thoughts?
Sorry?
Player-wise, though?
I don't think he's quite at first-grade standard, but I would have been interested because he signed with the Knights the same year Sean Johnson left.
Yeah.
If he had to stay with the Warriors, he would have been their starting halfback.
Yeah.
Which would have been interesting to see his sort of career development, how it developed. Because obviously we know he came to the Knights and he's been sort of second string ever since.
Did he not get that? It says 12-4 on this. I swear he got that. It says 12-4 on the screen. Have you got 12-4?
I've got 12-4 too, but he got that conversion, I thought.
Yeah, I swear he got that conversion. Let me have a look here. Oh, no, the live score. Okay, so the live score on here, it says 12-6. It says like 12-4 there. Yeah, they've taken off the live score now because they're trying to fix it. X3 Bro says that's what good teams do, make their kicks. Yeah, they do. But in the same sense, like, I wouldn't necessarily say like the Knights are a good. I don't really rate the Knights too much, to be honest with you, man. But you know, good teams do make their kicks. That's 100%. That does dictate the difference between a shit team and a good team. And I think that's something that knock on from the Don. Oh no. And this is what I'm talking about, guys.
Not the Don.
Oh wait, knock on from who first? Oh wait, knock on from Knights first.
Double knock on.
Yeah, Titans ball. Thank God. Thank God, lads. I think they're going to challenge this. They're 100% they'll have to challenge this.
Okay.
You'd assume they would. Oh, wait, yeah, they are going to challenge it. There you go. They are going to challenge it. So with 4.5 minutes to go here the first half, guys, it's 12-6 to the Titans. And the Knights here are going to try and challenge this ball. I originally thought this came off Don. Okay, does it come off Edric Lee first here? Where's it go? Where's it go? Where's it go? It will be... That's off. Oh, but that goes backwards. It goes backwards, though, here. No one knocks this ball on.
So what happens now? Do they redo that play?
Nah, who has the ball? Who gets the ball? The Knights get the ball, and that's just going to be... actually, yeah, because that would be fit tackle. So I think they would just redo that play.
They'll have to.
Yeah, because there's no knock on there from the Titans, and the Knights got the ball there, and there was no tackle made, so...
Right.
Yeah, replay of the...
Potentially this is where the new rule where you're allowed to play on until, and then the bunker intervenes, might be able to help.
Yeah, well, that would make sense. Dasmate says Titans ball. Wait, what? No. So it wasn't Titans ball because it was a knock back off the Knights. It was still fit tackle there. But because the referee blew the whistle, that would mean that the play is dead, and that would be unfair to then say, okay, Titans ball, because the Knights didn't get to do, then we'd have a bloody Raiders-Roosters situation all over again. But 4.5 minutes to go here, guys. 4.5 minutes to go. And it is 12-6 here to the Titans. I do think we've been the better team in the same sense. The Knights have still been definitely well and truly in this game. I do.
Definitely. This is still anyone's game. Imagine if the Knights score here. All the Titans' hard work's undone. They really need to nail down this last 5 minutes.
Exactly right. Fit tackle here. They're going to boot this ball up. Easy kick there for Don, and there we go. Don makes it that one.
A mistake twice.
Exactly right. Well, he didn't even make a mistake then. Really, that was just knocked back from the.
That's true.
Yeah, he didn't even make a mistake then. All right. So I don't even care too much if we score in this next 4 minutes. I just don't want to concede in this next 4 minutes. But Tonna P has gone down here.
And I didn't see too much of a hit there. Is he trying to play on this for a penalty, or is he genuinely hurt?
The fact that you have to ask that is real. Yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I don't think it's the players. I think it's the coaches saying, if you cop anything into the back of the head, go down because they're.
Oh no, that's going to bend his neck forward there. It's accidental though, but it's going to bend his neck forward.
Yeah, I'm blind. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. I take that everything I just said. Yes.
Well, no, it's still a major factor in the game though. Like besides that moment, but
it's not in this situation.
Not in this situation though. No, not in this situation.
Hey, I'll never question you again.
2 likes away from 70 guys. 2 likes away from 70 guys. Smack that thumbs up button. But it's going to be second tackle leave of the Titans here. I think they're going to call penalty. They're going to put him on report too.
They have to. It was accidental, but
yeah,
it's unfortunate.
Jacob Saifidi. But nah, surely they don't get. Surely he doesn't get any weeks though for that.
No, I don't think so. There was no intent.
Yeah.
I think and it wasn't reckless. He was just trying to make a tackle. I think those are the biggest things. Was it reckless? And did he have intent?
Yeah.
Because you can argue I didn't have intent, but if you're coming in with a swinging arm, that's reckless. But that he was just trying to make a tackle there. That's unfortunate for him.
Average Joe says, "Hey Clarkey, getting around Clarkey. Who do you go for, Average Clarkey?" Oh, don't respond to the next question. 3 minutes, 3 minutes to go here in the first half for you guys, and it's going to be your first take a leave of the Titans. Hopefully we can score here. If we can, I haven't seen many field goals this year, man. Especially not before the second half starts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. Here we go. Here's something.
So it's going to be third tackle leave of the Titans. But I swear, like maybe 7 and 8 years ago, we would see a lot of time the team would go for a field goal before half time in this kind of situation. But I swear we don't see anymore. I feel like that's a Benji Marshall kind of thing to do.
Definitely. Why not take the one if it's available?
I just don't feel like people are taking the one at any stage, really. Like there's been a lack of field goals this year by pretty much all teams. They're going to keep this through here. Oh, please tell me that was play that. Please tell me that was play that. Oh, it's going to come back here off rain, though. Please tell me that was play that. And it is 6 more. Yes, lovely. It is 6 more. There you go. Average Joe says, would love to beat Parrot and the Titans love a good choke. When have we choked this year? I don't think the Titans have choked this year at any stage. Have we?
No. We've either been beaten convincingly or we've played really, really well. Like against Manly last week, for example. I can't really recall a game where we've been ahead.
Oh, what a pass. Oh, damn it, it's not going to get away. Yeah, I can't think of a game we choked this year. Oh, my. Third tackle here.
Play to the middle. Go, Brimo.
They're going to be 10 metres out here, guys, on 4 tackle. Can we score before halftime? That'd be absolutely crucial here. Can be crucial here. Oh, big old run from Kigo. Oh, no, that's not Keegan. Sorry, not Keegan Hitgrave. Jai, sorry. Yeah, sorry. That looked like big old Keegan. Oh, what a pass. Oh, no, not a pass. It's going to hit that back inside, though. Oh, he's going to come through. He's going to get through. Oh, my God. He's going to go, Brian. Oh, try time, baby. I think that's a try. It could be a try. I think that's a try. That's an unreal try if it's a try. That is an unreal try. This is an unreal try if he gets his try. If this is a try, this is unreal. He's calling try. Yes. This is outrageous if he gets this.
Good call, sir.
This is outrageous if he gets this.
Does it, but Brian Kelly, have you noticed he ducks on the tackles? He makes himself awkward, and
he does, yeah. Get that ball out. Nice jump there. That's the kind of effort you don't see from the Titans normally. That is the kind of effort that we would never see. Breaks through there. It's not this part that I'm looking at though. It's the actual putting of the ball down. So he comes through there, breaks through. Don't tell me. Come on, go. Get that ball down. That's a try, baby. That's a try, baby.
That's how you turn the momentum, man. That's huge for us.
That is insane.
That's huge.
And
I love Brian Kelly.
The thing is, man, like I've been saying, like that's the kind of thing you wouldn't see at a try time. So that's the kind of thing you wouldn't see from the Titans normally, and that's what I'm impressed with. You know what I mean? Like I don't even, and I've been saying this all year, I don't actually give too much of a shit if we actually were to win this game. I just wanted, and I've been saying that about most of the season, I don't even necessarily care too much about actually the winning of the games. I just care about seeing, progress and going forward and difference. And that's exactly what we've seen, plus the winning of games. So we've been getting what I didn't care about, plus what we did care about.
I hear you and 100% back you. What that was Tremaine Spry with a 1% of play, throw the ball in, we'll see what happens. And Brian Kelly with just, it's just incredible. He broke 3 tackles to get there. He's already got 3 line breaks.
Yeah, he's unreal. He's bloody unreal, that bloke.
That's incredible.
He originally played for us and then went to Manly and then came back to us, right?
I believe he played under 20s for us. He played for the New South Wales Blues under 20s.
Yep.
He scored 5 tries on the wing.
Wow.
in under 20s Origin. Manly were like, hey, this guy's good. Signed him for cheap. Then he got a little homesick, and the Titans, unfortunately, we signed him back on more money than we probably could have if we retained him as a junior.
Yep.
Pulled and kick here. Come on, Ash.
Come on, Ash. 45 seconds to go here, first half, guys. This should really be leading us in here, but Ash here from the sideline. Can he slot it? No, he's missed that one by a decent margin there. Unfortunately, missed that one by a decent margin. Medvedev
That's
says
all right. Ash is playing well.
Medvedev says
Hopefully.
Titans played great against Manly last week. I think it was AJ Brimson who ran the meters to score a great. Oh yeah, Brimo was great last year. Last week we actually have a really good record against Manly. Like Manly are the team that we always. I feel like I remember back in like the early days, 2011, 2009, we never used to beat Manly. Well, I don't think we've beaten Manly at Brookvale until like 2012, and then ever since we've actually beaten them majority of years. I think we've won the last 7 games. Well, we've lost 1 out of 7 there in our last 7 games.
Yeah, I remember we beat them in Kevin Proctor's 200th, was it? It was a milestone game for Kevy, and it was in that, I think it was in Gladstone. It was in a regional town.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
that was a great win for us.
Yeah. Carol
I always
Mavericks.
remember the great Titans wins. I'm weird like that.
What's that, sorry?
I always remember the great Titans wins. I know you remember this one. Melbourne Storm in 2017. On the buzzer.
On the buzzer, yeah. But the biggest one for me at the Melbourne Storm game was actually, I think it was 14-12. It was back in, I think this was back in 2010. That was the biggest game for me against the Melbourne Storm was back in 2010, and we beat them. I think it was 16-14, or maybe even the one where Greg Bird kicked a penalty goal down in Melbourne. I went down for that one. I think that was in 2011 or 12. But we've actually had some really big wins against the Melbourne Storm. We don't usually get a win against the Melbourne Storm, so when we do win, it's a big moment. But guys, that is going to be half-time here. 16-6 to the Titans. Titans score right on half-time. Go and smack that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new around here, and also go and check out Clarkey on his social medias as well, obviously. But half-time here, 16-6. What are your thoughts on that first half, mate?
First half, I thought we struggled at the start. Realistically, the Knights, they were unlucky not to score those 2 tries. There was millimetres in both of them. But then just the fight the Titans had. We hung in the game. We stuck to the game plan. We reaped the rewards. The Knights, they're a classy side. They came back into it. They scored their try. But the way we responded, there was only 5 minutes left in that half. And the Titans said, we were the better team this half, and we're going to go out on top. And then we went out and scored again with a magnificent try from Kelly. You can't be upset with that half as a Titans fan. The effort was there, the intent was there, and we stuck to the game plan. Great half.
100%. That was definitely a great half. And the thing for me that really sticks out is that 1%er effort. That's the thing. And now I keep saying that. I keep speaking at the exact same thing, but it's just the 1%ers that they just never happen here on the Gold Coast. They never ever happen on the Gold Coast.
Unfortunately.
Even in 2016, man. Like I know that Jared Hayne, like that whole situation really impacted us, but even in 2016, like that was. Even then, we weren't even really necessarily seeing the 1%ers. We were good, and we did get robbed there against the Broncos, but, Broncos karma, by the way. But no, I think, just that those 1%ers have been lacking for probably 10 years, and now we're starting to see them come. And I'm actually seeing, and I don't believe it. I don't believe it. But I think we'll probably finish about 6. But some people are saying top 4 next year. I've actually seen Carol Mavericks say, and she's a Roosters fan, saying not even lying, the Titans would be the only team I'd be scared to face currently, and that kind of makes sense to me. We played pretty good against the Roosters, and the fact that people are saying that, it's like, well, could we potentially be top 4 next year? Where do you think we are next year?
We're definitely top 8. We've got to be top 8. I mean, Brimo stays on the park healthy this year. I believe we make top 8, but let's look forward to next year. Brimo healthy. You add in the strike of David Fafita, and not only the strike, but you have to think. When David Fafita, even if he's running a decoy runner, you have to commit to him just in case he does get the ball. So therefore, there's more opportunity for Ash Taylor on that left-hand side to dummy, to put through the great short grubbers we're seeing today, to find Brian Kelly to break through 3 tackles like we just saw, to find Corey Thompson potential on that wing in the corner. He's a great finisher. The options are going to be there. We're going to have Tino, one of the most exciting young guns. We're going to have Herman Essa, a proven veteran.
Yep.
It's hard not to be excited as a Titans fan.
Yeah,
It
no,
really
100%.
is hard not to be excited. I can't wait.
Yeah, no, next year's gonna be really good. Like I personally believe we're probably gonna come 6th, to be completely honest with you. Like I said, a lot of people are tipping us for that top 4, but who comes out of that top 4 is my question. Obviously Parramatta probably for me. Right. But I don't really like. Obviously the Raiders are gonna be still there. Roosters are gonna be there. The Panthers are gonna be there. Well, they could. We'll see how they go to see if they can back it up after such a successful season. A lot of teams do have that ability to mess up after that very successful season. So that's the questions that I have there. But I think that the Roosters and Storm are obviously still going to be there, and then you've got your Raiders that'll be there. Panthers, like I said, will be 50-50. I think Eels come out of it. I personally feel like the Sharks will drop out of the top 8 next year, though.
I thought they might miss the 8 this year.
Yeah, same.
And that was, that was before they released Josh Morris, and that was before the Bronson Cherry, obviously not released, but whatever's going on there incident. I just thought there was a couple reasons I didn't like their roster matchup. I was convinced Sean Johnson would have a big year, but I didn't know if that was going to be enough. As it stood, Matt Moylan missed a lot of this year. Realistically, the fact the Sharks made the top 8 is a win in itself for the club. They've gone through huge changes, losing Luke Lewis, Matt Pryor, Paul Gallen, Maloney. These are all their premiership-winning players. There's only 2 left in that team that won the premiership, I believe.
Yeah.
They've gone through huge changes. They put their faith in a lot of young guns and rookies this year. Toby Rudolphs, Royce Hunts, Sifa Talakai, and they've all played really, really well, and they've done their job magnificently. Sione Katoa was another one. He was a young gun coming into this season.
Katoa's been unreal, yeah.
Yeah, love watching him. He's exciting. So the fact they even made the 8, that's something in itself for Sharks fans. But if I'm being brutally honest, they're going to finish 8th probably, and Raiders are going to finish 5th.
They're not beating anyone above them. I believe they beat Parramatta if Sean Johnson was still there, though.
Yes, I can agree with that, but I think Sean Johnson's Achilles injury ended their season.
Yeah.
I think Sharks fans would have to agree, just being realistic, the opportunities he's been able to create, as you said earlier, I can't remember if we were live or not, but where do the points come from?
Yeah. Oh, no, that was before we went live. But no, where the points come from is exactly what I said. That's what I said on the tipping video as well. Like, I don't even know why the Sharks are heavy favourites there. That's the question here. You know what I mean? Like, that's the question for me. Like, I don't know why they're heavy favourites. The Raiders obviously have played for. They've got a few people that they haven't named, but the thing is that team's still going to be having a crack. And Ricky Stewart, as much as I don't rate a bit of old Sticky Ricky, he's been doing a pretty decent job there at Canberra, and I still feel like they're going to be able to do something with the squad they've lined up there. And I just don't see the Sharks being able to score. Like, how do they get that ball over the try line?
Yep, and interestingly enough, the Sharks this year have not beat a team in the top 8, and they're going to be playing finals.
They haven't beat a single team in the top 8?
No, they haven't.
That's outrageous. That's outrageous.
Get us to the top 8, please, NRL. I'm putting in an official petition right now.
For a wild card.
Live on BKRsport.
For a wild card.
Out of the finals and put us in if we win tonight.
Give us a wild card of 8th versus 9th. How about that? See how that goes. A wild card of 8th versus 9th. Thank you very much for your $1 donation, Average Joe. It's just it's a poo emoji, smile and poo emoji. There you go. But thank you very much for your $1 donation. And Dependra says, who's going to win? Titans, of course, mate. I saw a question here that was relevant actually that I'll ask you. Lachlan Ham says, do you see the Warriors making the 8 next year as well?
I think yes. You look at the culture they've been able to develop this year, whilst in difficult circumstances. I think yes, they've got a few nice signings for next year. Obviously headed by Ben Murdoch-Masila and Adam Fanua-Blake. Now, that's huge in itself for me because Chanel Harris-Tavita is still relatively young in the halves.
Yep.
But when you have 2 dominant forwards that get you on the front foot, gives you that little bit more space to work, that little bit more thinking space, that little bit more room to create. And he is a creative half. He's a great young half.
Yep.
And then I like the addition of Ewan Aitken also. I'm interested to see how he goes over there and if he's able to... Because we can't forget it. I think it was only 3 years ago.
He was really good a couple of years ago. Yeah, he was really good a couple of years ago.
Set. And then Latrell Mitchell obviously just emerged as a super talent. But he is, when he is in his prime and when he's playing his best, he is an origin level footballer. And that's not my opinion. That was statistically based. At the time in 2017, everyone agreed he was going to be the Blues centre.
Yep.
If he can rediscover that form... yes, they can definitely make the top 8. Yes.
The thing that I ask in response to that though is who drops out from, because obviously I'm assuming you're saying, well, you did say Titans will make the top 8, and did you say the Sharks would still make it? So who would drop out of the top 8 then, considering that you'd have to remove 2 teams?
Sharks drop out definitely.
Okay.
Knights will be in that 8th to 12th range next year.
Yeah.
There'll be a lot of... See, when I ladder predict, every year I put together my predicted 1 to 16. But real square, I look at it in brackets. You got your 1 to 4 teams.
Yeah, of
4
course.
to 8.
Yeah.
Your 8 to 12s, where even as low as 12.
I'd go 7 to 12. I'd say probably that bracket is 7 to 12.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
There is that bracket. And then you've got your bottom 4. which this year for me, if I'm being honest, was the Titans. It was the Bulldogs, it was the West Tigers, and I believe it was the Warriors. So I was a little bit off with that. But generally, you have your four teams that you think they can't really make too much impact this year.
Yep.
But the most important bracket and the toughest to predict is always the 7th to 12th. Because even the West Tigers, if a couple results go their way this year, a few changes, they could be playing finals.
Yeah,
Same with Warriors.
Same with Warriors, same with Titans, same with a lot of teams, man. Even same with the Dragons, they probably would have been there if it wasn't for the fact that they probably lost all their motivation and lost all their mojo after they lost the Titans. Actually, they were looking pretty good, and then as when the Titans came back from what I think was 6 points down with 5 minutes to go, and we scored 2 quick tries to win that game. Like that really, crucified their season, and from then they've just fallen apart. So I feel like that game where they were 5 minutes away from winning, if they beat us, they're 2 points from the 8, and I feel like the Dragons are obviously then playing for a lot more, and they're in a lot better of a position. So I think that's the one game that really got away from them. Thank you very much for your $1.50 donation. Average Joe with the Black Cat. Thank you very much, my dude. I really appreciate it. But what I'm going to say is, what do you think about the Dragons next year? They've got a few good players there, but unfortunately, they just never seem to be able to get it together.
I think the Dragons need mass change.
Okay.
I don't think a head coach is enough. Anthony Griffin still has the same roster to work with that Paul McGregor did. I understand where optimistic fans would be coming from, saying, "Hey, we've got a really good coach coming in. That when he was sacked, he was top 4." But then you have to ask the question, where does the change come?
Yeah.
What changes? Does Ben Hunt suddenly and Corey Norman suddenly rediscover their form in the off-season? Maybe. And then I would say that they could make the top 8. But this year, if I'm being honest, just going through their whole roster, the only players I've been genuinely impressed with is Matt Duffy and Zach Lomax.
Yeah, Zach Lomax has been great. Matt Duffy, for me, was really average at the start of the year, but really came into it halfway through. And that's why, I nearly put him in the top 3 fullbacks of this year, this specific year. Like I said, I'd have Pappenhausen there. I would genuinely, nearly the way that AJ's been playing since that second half of the season, you'd nearly have to throw him into that top 3 too. Because I don't think Tedesco's been too special this year, has he? What would you say that? Do you think Tedesco's been anywhere near special enough?
Yeah, Teddy's in that weird bracket where Jared Hayne, Greg Inglis, Ben Barber, they've all been there before, where they've coming off a magnificent season where he won the premiership, he won his games with Australia, he obviously lost to Tonga, but he won the Blues series, best player for the Blues, Dally M medal. But as we were, I don't know if we were live again or not, but as we were talking about earlier, they're in this realm where it's almost impossible to consistently maintain that greatness.
Yeah.
A lot of factors need to go right for you. There's so many contributing factors that if they're not consistently performing to that level, it's not that they're playing bad. They're just not playing at an absolutely exceptional level.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, 2019, Blues Player of the Year, Dally M medal, 2020 Teddy, he just hasn't been the same as that. And that's not to say he's played bad. Because we're talking about the best player here.
Yeah, I think the thing is, and I compare it to other sports, it's you can't get better than what you achieved last year. So people are expecting you to do the same. You know what I mean? People are expecting you to be the same, and you can't do better. So people are waiting for you to do better, but you just can't do it. So even if you're not as good, they think you're significantly lower just because they hold you to such a high standard. And that's for example, we've seen that with a couple of players in the NFL. Of late, where players just had really that's what they have all the time. They have one really phenomenal season and they just completely fall apart. So it's second year syndrome. But in the same sense, Tedesco's been fantastic for a few years. You can't say second year syndrome in regards to that. But I just feel like it's a similar thing in saying that he just had such a good year last year that it's hard to see him going anywhere close enough, and that's why people are probably down on him. But he's obviously still probably the best fullback in the, especially without the injuries of Trebojevic, but if everyone's fully fit, overall he's the best fullback in the game. But just this year, Pappenhausen for me has just been on another level. To be completely honest with you, I honestly think Pappenhausen's been on another level.
I agree, and to sort of jump on the bandwagon with what you're saying, if we were in a grand final right now, and it was Pappenhausen versus Tedesco, I could tip Lil Puppy to hold his own and have just as good a game.
I tip Pappenhausen to have a better game right now.
Big call, but if we're putting Matt Duffy in that grand final, although he's been great in the regular season,
experience.
I wouldn't tip him to have anywhere near amount of impact.
Oh no, because that'd be down to experience. You know, Pappenhausen and Tedesco have both had experience, and I just feel like I feel like the way Pappenhausen's been playing, he's more utilised in that attack than Tedesco is right now as well.
Yep.
So I feel like he's definitely more of a ability to shine. But no, that's why I'd probably say between the two of them right now going into a grand final, which definitely could happen. Actually, no. So first, fourth, second, third. So Roosters would play. Roosters are arguably going to be playing the Storm first week, so they could still play each other in the grand final because of that. Because that would suit it. Because then they would swap to the other end of the. Whoever loses that game would swap to the opposite end, depending on obviously the Roosters Rabbitohs game tonight, and then the Eels game tomorrow. There's a few things that play.
A couple of results would have to go that way, yeah.
Yeah, but they would play the Storm in the first week, and then that would mean the next time they'd play them would be grand final if they did play again.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be really good. And obviously, the first game of the season was unreal. Second game, I don't even think about. There was so many injuries in that game from both teams. There's not even any single point to think about that. But both teams have come out here, guys, for the second half. So the live ladder right now is the Knights in 6th, Titans in 9th. But you've got to remember the Rabbitohs played the Roosters tonight. And if the Rabbitohs win that and the Knights lose this, the Rabbitohs get the home final in 6th position over the Knights instead of the Knights getting the home final over the Rabbitohs in 7th. The Knights have that 1 point extra because of that draw with Panthers. And I actually go back to that. I people are always like, oh, man, you take away that 1 point with the Panthers or you take away that 1 point with the Knights. It's like, well, no, you could easily give them that extra point. You know what I mean? Like, you could easily give them that extra point. And then, I'm not too sure I didn't actually check it out, but with the live ladder, would the Knights go above with their for and against? Would they? No, they can't. No, I think they're like 3 points behind the next best team.
Yeah, they're facing the Rabbitohs no matter what. It's just where they're playing.
Yeah, it's just where they're playing.
Which is an interesting one, because where does their motivation come from? The Titans and that's what I mean. The Titans right now, we're on a 4-game win streak. We're playing just purely for our fans, our last game at home. Whereas the Knights already know who their opponent is next week. It's just...
Yep.
Penalty.
Penalty there. By the way, Duffy says, I don't want to talk shit at all and don't mean to, but I feel like the Titans are being overhyped. Brother, if the Titans win today, they've won 5 games in a row. So, although there is a game there against the Broncos, although there is a game there against the Bulldogs, that's still 5 games in a row if they win today. That's 1 against the Knights. Who are the other two games against? One was against the Manly and Dragons. Look, obviously a lot of those teams are lower end, and the Knights. But you got to look at the game. That's a knock on there from the Knights there. You got to look at the game against the Roosters as well. We only lost by 6 points. On a very, very dubious call on that one as well. In regards to the Panthers game, we only lost we held our own. We only lost by 8 points, and the winning try, the try that took it past that 6 point margin, was also forward. But I'm not going to blame the referees, man. I don't do that really on this channel anymore. I used to do it a lot. I get over it because every single man on every single stream on every single sport blames the referees, so I get over it. All close with 4 pass there. No, that will be a 4 pass there. Unfortunately, I'll be a 4 pass here for the Titans. But no, look at that Roosters game. That Roosters, we definitely were in there. Panthers there, we were definitely in it. I think the better team won in the end, but in the same sense, we really take that try away. It's only a 2-point game, or 4-point game, I think it is. There's a lot of games. Sharks game. The Sharks, we would have won that game, in my personal opinion. We were definitely the better team in that one until, unfortunately, the Kevin Proctor incident. Yeah, no, I disagree. I don't think we're being overhyped at all. If you look at all the teams we played, and especially as a Panthers fan, man, we played you guys quite well. So I'm not too sure why a Panthers fan would be thinking that. Like, I'm not having a go at you, man. You have your own opinion, but no, I completely disagree.
Yeah, I've got to disagree with that also. I would say, besides obviously the Panthers being on fire this year, I'm not too sure how many other teams, if we win tonight, would be heading into the finals on a 5-game win streak. We're certainly the only team in the bottom 8 that's on a 5-game win streak, which is important to consider. That,
it's only the Panthers.
We can't be overhyped because as far as you look at the bottom 8, whilst we are in 9th, the top of the bottom 8, we are on a much larger win streak than everyone else in that bracket also, which is definitely
a knock on there for the Knights. Yep.
Beautiful. And hopefully we can capitalise here.
Hopefully we can capitalise here.
Right now would be really, really, really great for our confidence.
Natalie says, who do you want to win the final? I don't know if can you answer this question? Like, who do you want to win the grand final?
I don't know.
I
would probably want the Canberra Raiders, just based on
last year.
Yeah, I thought there was a couple of calls in that grand final that were against them. It happens in every
Here
game.
we
Everyone knows,
go.
you know, the big one I'm talking about
Yeah.
with the 6 again call. But I think it'd be good to see the Raiders back in the big dance. Plus, I live in the ACT, so that'd be cool for the area.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, for me, man, like obviously my mum's a Sharks fan, so I get on the Sharks as basically like a second team. I don't think they're any chance, so I'm not even going to say the Sharks. If I'm going to say a team, I nearly would say, yeah, probably the Raiders, just because they haven't won in such a significant portion of time. And although I don't necessarily believe they would have won that game, like there's no guarantee they kick that field goal. There's no guarantee they score a try. You know what I mean? Like obviously they get robbed of the opportunity, but also the Roosters went 80 meters. You know that's also your fault. You know what I mean? But like obviously, yeah, there was a few bad decisions in that game that did cost them that opportunity. But yeah, I would definitely like to see the Raiders do it. I don't necessarily want the Parramatta Eels to do it just because of their history, the drought. Oh my God, Titans here. We're right on the attack here. Fit tackle here, 5 meters out. 1 second. Let's just go on this one. 5 meters out here, going out to the left-hand side here. Ash Taylor with the ball. He's going to get that into the inside, outside. Oh, Kelly. Too short, unfortunately. Too short there, unfortunately.
That's not a bad result, though. We can defend here very well and keep him in that corner, hopefully.
Yeah, from their 1 meter line. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, he's gone off the mark, so yeah, bring him back. Well done.
100%.
Go.
Oh, man, close. But no, what I was saying was, yeah, I probably just because of the whole meme thing of Parramatta Eels without a premiership for, 36 years. You know, the fact that I would like to nearly see the Knights do something. I'd like to, but I don't think they're going to do anything, especially with how we're watching today or, you know, how they've been playing in recent weeks, the inconsistency. I wouldn't necessarily mind seeing the Panthers do it. They haven't won in a very long time either. But I just would love to see a grand final that didn't have the Roosters and Storm in it. Not because I don't dislike them by any means, just because I would love to see a fresh grand final. You know what I mean? Just a fresh, and just feel like it's just two fresh new teams there giving a red hot crack, and whoever wins is a new winner for a long time.
Completely agree with that. But given the last game we saw, well, I'm not sure it was the last game, but one of the last games we saw between those two, where with the Ryan Pappenhausen.
Oh, 2 games back. Yeah, that was unreal. That was one of the best games ever.
Going everywhere. That was one of the best games I've ever seen.
Yeah.
If we got someone of that in the grand final,
I wouldn't complain. Yeah.
Nah. Oh, Bruno. Oh.
Very close there to getting away. You got tripped up last second there. Third take a lead with the Titans. Actually, what's your favourite game? I always maintain my favourite game is that Tigers Roosters. But like, what's your favourite game you've ever watched?
Probably a bit of recency bias he slips in here, but it would be that Storm versus Melbourne game this year.
Yeah, it was pretty damn well good.
Entertaining game of football I've ever seen. The most heartbreak I've ever had was the Maroons game 3 last year against the Blues.
I can't believe you've brought that up, man. Did you go to it?
Sorry. And for a big one for obviously both of us, my favourite ever win was against the Storm in 2017. I'm a little bit ashamed to say this, but I closed Fox Sports on my phone. I stopped watching because I thought we'd lost. And then I couldn't.
Yeah, I was at that game. I vlogged it. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch that after this.
Yeah,
Your
man.
reaction would have been.
Yeah, it was unreal.
So I go back to the NRL app and I go, oh, we scored. So I go, I might click back and I'll have a watch. And then I still remember who batted the ball back. I think it was Don. Don goes up back to back.
Yeah, because I was speaking to Donnie on the podcast about it. Yeah. I was speaking. Oh no, Knights here. Shit. Edric Lee's going to kick that ball inside. Try Knights, I think. It might be knock on, actually. Oh, no, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if this is a try or not.
On the put down. I'm 50-50 on the put down.
Mitchell Pearce doesn't look confident. He looks like he's trying to make himself look confident, but I don't think he's confident.
Yep, I agree.
He's trying to make the referee call try when it's a no. Yeah, he called no try. I don't believe him. I think he's so full of shit here, Mitchell Pearce. I think he's so full of shit here.
I agree.
Here we go. Let's see this. He's definitely on side.
But the put down was very, very suspicious.
Don Stewart says over under 40. I would personally, what's the score now? It's 16-6. I would personally go under because it's starting to rain. But, you know, it definitely could go over. These two teams definitely can leak points. But it is starting to drizzle a little bit. Here we go. He is going to, I don't know. Does he get that?
No. The ball disconnects in the final few minutes, I believe.
Wait. Oh, man, that's going to be so tight. They called no try. There's a bubble there. They called no try.
I don't think you can give that. I think there's a little bit of disconnect in the final.
Yeah, there is. There's no actual... Oh, yeah, no, that's disconnect. No, that shot showed it there. There was a gap between the hands. Yeah, that shot there showed the gap. Gee whiz, that was close. But another try gone begging for the Knights, though.
Yeah.
Another try gone back. And that's going to be our ball too, because AJ Brimson swipes at his arms, and his arm there, and that's fine.
Yeah, our ball.
Gee, well, there you go. There you go. Julian says, who you got? Who you win? That's going to be no try, guys. Who you win? Titans or Knights? Who I win? Who I win? Who I win? Knights. Not Knights. Gee whiz, Titans. Titans. Gee whiz. Why would I say Knights? We're up 16-6 right now. I'm confident. You know, I did. I'll be the first person to throw it out there. I did tip the old Knights before the game started, just because I believe they had more to play for. I just thought they had more to play for, and I kind of also wanted, because you know, like obviously how you've seen that I brought out that Broncos wooden spoon merchandise. I was also going to bring out the Also, I've also got something in line for the Tigers if they come ninth again as well. So I was like, oh well, you know, that'd be that'd be all good to do. But in the same sense, I can't see it happening. Like, I honestly think we're just simply the better team here. And although this game could easily be changed, and although the Knights are still in this game, like, I think that I'm confident we win this from here. I'm confident.
I'm confident also, but I think if Edric Lee doesn't put his foot into touch by millimetres and Pierce connects the ball there,
set restart, nice. Again, yeah,
it could be a very different story. So I wouldn't say we've been lucky in ways. I think we've been the better team, but
we've kind of lucked out with a few errors, but we've also been the better team to kind of disregard those errors. If you get what I'm saying.
Completely agree.
So third tackle here for the Titans. They're going to be 18 metres. Oh, yeah, third tackle here. They're going to pass this ball out to the right-hand side. By the way, guys, don't forget, I'm going to be smacking out. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Oh, Titans here. Oh, good tackle there. Last second there by Edric Lee. Fourth tackle here for the Titans. They're going to be 22 metres out here to the left-hand side, and they're going to push this through the middle. Big fella. There he goes. 15 metres out here. Fifth tackle here. Come on, Titans. Score a try here, and that could start to seal it. Being up by 3 tries. Titans here going to the left-hand side. Ash Taylor. Oh, my God. What a pass. It's going to go out, though. Unfortunately.
Highmore Hunt, his experience, he just stuck his target there, just didn't give us any room to
Didn't
work.
Highmore used to play for our under-20s?
Yes.
I think he did.
Yes.
I think he did.
Highmore Hunt, Gavin Cooper, Jordan Rapana, Jerome Hughes. We've let go a few quality players throughout the years that have been with us in a junior or reserve grade capacity.
Yeah, but it also comes down to the fact, like, do you believe they become the players they are if they had a say? It's like with Tedesco. Do you believe Tedesco becomes Tedesco without the Roosters?
No, I understand where you're coming from 1,000%.
Yeah. It's not a fact. Like, obviously they could if they wanted to, but in the same sense, like the performance, like the different styles of the teams, you know, the way that they work around, like that Tigers team was, you know, Tedesco was good. Everyone rated Tedesco, but he wasn't really incredible until he hit the Roosters. You know what I mean? Right. So, like, you know, I don't believe that Highmore Hunt becomes the player he is, or like he's not obviously one of the top tier, but he's still a decent player. There's just so many players. Oh my God, Brimo! Oh my God, look at this from Brimo! Oh my God, look at this from Brimo! Oh no, that's dirty! Caleb Pongish!
How good is this guy?
That's unreal! That's unreal! That's bullshit, man.
He did that last week against the Seagulls too. He just goes 100 metres like it's nothing.
That's unreal, man. Like, he's done that 2 weeks in a row. Don't tell me. Don't even tell me that he's not top 5. Don't even tell me. Look at this. Anthony Don grabs the ball, passes it back, and then Brimo with a nice little step through there. And then Kalen Ponga, look at him.
3, 4. You can't touch me, KP.
That was dirty. Look at Brimo. He's celebrating 15 metres out. He's celebrating 15 metres out. Look at this bloke go. The confidence from him is just unreal.
All I'm praying now is that AJ can play centre.
Yeah.
Please get him in the centre for us in Origin if he's capable of this. Because we see a lot of great fullbacks do play centre. Yeah. Josh Dugan in his prime played in the centres. Tom Trbojevic currently does it. Centre's the position where you can carry someone there from an outside position. And I mean, look at the Blues last year. They won Origin with a 5'8" and a fullback in the centres. Yep. So can we do it? Hopefully.
You got to remember Greg Inglis as well. He was centre, but he played fullback as well. So
I missed probably the best. Greg Inglis, for me, is one of the only players that would be top 5 in 2 different positions.
Yeah,
top 5 fullback and top 5 centre, definitely. Of the last decade at least.
Gene Dion says Rabbies versus the Roosters. Who y'all tipping? I'm going to be streaming that game right after this, guys. I'm going to be streaming the Rabbitohs versus the Roosters game as well, which would be a cracker game. But for me, I'm taking the Roosters there tentatively. I genuinely believe the Rabbitohs. Oh well. I don't know now, man, because the Rabbitohs have a lot to play for. If they win that game right now, provided the Knights do lose this game, they're going to be down by 16 points. They are down 22-6 right now. Provided the Knights lose this game, the Rabbitohs can get the home final right now.
Right.
Who are you taking?
I've still got to land with. I think they have a little bit too much experience, a little bit too much class, but I have to check who's out for them.
Who, the Chooksters, the Roosters?
The Roosters, yeah. But it just depends. We could get now before kickoff, and we could see Trent Robinson rest a few more players. And if that's the case, then
Yeah, well, it's only 30 minutes to go until that game, so it's
I might check the lineups right now actually and see what's going on there, because I was actually interested to see if he would
rest a few players considering. Oh, but they
Yeah.
they still are playing for third. They don't really give a shit though. Like they play Panthers, what they do. They play Storm, what they do. When you're that good of a team. Damien says Brimson the new Ponga. I think Ponga's still great, but you got to realize that a lot of people really look. I think Ponga's great. Don't get me wrong. I'm not having a go at Ponga here at all. But I feel like people try and compare too early. They try and compare to other players too early, and
I agree.
like I don't even know how to say this without being negative to Ponga, because I love Ponga. I think he's a great player, and he's just not having, like, this year hasn't exactly been the most unreal. But no, I love watching Ponga, but I just don't want to compare players. I just don't. I'm not going to do it. So if you want to compare him. But I'm not going to compare him, because I just don't feel like there's a need to compare Brimson and Ponga in regards to the new Ponga, when Ponga is still relatively new. Like, it's not like he's exactly an old, experienced player, but I get what he's referring to, though.
I understand as well, but I think, like, if you're comparing someone like Semi Radradra, a modern day player, to like an Eric Grove Senior, a very powerful winger, and yeah, you make the comparisons, but the fact that they're both young, both still yet to enter their prime, I think they're both 22 years old.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be drawing comparisons between the two just yet. I think they're both great players in their own right.
But the reason why it doesn't make sense to me is that, like, it's kind of insinuating like Ponga. It's like Ponga's been around for a bit, and he's like the new Ponga, and it's like Ponga's only been around for what, like 3 years, 2 years, something like that. Like 3 years or something like that, 2 years. So that's the thing for me, man. But Damien says Brimson, Lee, Peachy, and Taylor. I'm not too sure. Scott Williams says I've got Roosters to win and both teams to score 20 points. Chris P says if the Knights lose, how do they go against the Rabbitohs next week? Oh, good question, actually. Good question. I'll let you answer this one first. So what do you think about that one?
I'm really unsure how to answer, and it sort of comes back to what we were discussing for our pre-game tip here. The Knights in stages this year have looked like two different teams. There's been games where you've really thought this team is still a bottom 8 team, but then there's been awesome performances where you say they're a top 8 team. And so I'm at the point with the Knights where I just don't know what to tip, because you just don't know what team is going to turn up. But I'd have to think, given the injuries that South have, particularly to Junior Totola, I'm not sure if he'll be back.
Yeah.
And Latrell Mitchell. That's a big piece of their middle, and that's obviously all their strike and where a lot of their points come from missing. I'll go with the Knights slightly in that one. It'll be close because a lot of the Knights' spine don't have finals experience, whereas your Cody Walkers and your Adam Reynolds and Damien Cook, of course, all three of those players have big game experience, whether it's Origin, Australia, or in the finals. But I'll lean with the Knights just. I think that the Knights should get that done, but it will be a very close game, I believe.
Yeah, I think it'll be a very close game. I'm actually going to take the Rabbitohs just because I feel like they're more of an attacking team, and I feel like they'll be able to... I think they'll be able to get over the top of the Knights just based on the fact that... Well, look, it depends. Like, McDonald Jones Stadium is a huge stadium there. Like, that atmosphere there is unreal. But then again, it's not like it's going to be a full stadium. So...
That's true.
Oh man, it's a tight one. It will be awesome. I can't wait to stream it. I will definitely be streaming it, but I'll take the Rabbitohs just based on their attack. To be completely honest with you, they scored what, besides the game against the Bulldogs, they scored 30 points in like 6 straight weeks or 7 straight weeks or something ridiculous. You know what I mean? So they've definitely got the points in them. And I actually said on the tips before that week, I said, look, can the Bulldogs beat the Rabbitohs? Yeah, but in the same sense, I don't think they're going to score over 30 points, which is what they needed to do to beat the Rabbitohs. And they basically scored 26 or something ridiculous. So they went close. And I guess that's the only thing that people are starting to worry about now, because after that Bulldogs loss, people are really starting to seriously worry about them. But people were talking about them being one of the heavy favourites after the Parramatta Eels game, after the Manly game. Like, we all knew what we were getting with them. They were always going to be inconsistent. They're not going to win the comp this year, but they're a really good team, the Rabbitohs. And I think they probably do beat the Knights, but I think they definitely get bowled out the next week by whoever loses in that first. Oh, that's a knock on there, unfortunately, from the Titans.
Oh, Ash.
So,
yeah, I pretty much echo everything you said there. And one interesting fact you did bring up, the Rabbitohs score a lot of points, and the Knights, with 25 to go, have currently leaked 22 to the Titans.
yeah.
And obviously the Rabbitohs attack a bit higher than us. That's statistically based. That's also opinion based.
I dead set think we beat the Rabbitohs. I dead set right now think we beat the Rabbitohs in this current stage right now. I think we would.
As I say, it would be interesting, particularly if it was a finals game. I need to see how we'd react. Because we haven't been there.
Well, this is why I keep telling people, like, we get into the 8 next year, but we get knocked out first or second week because of our experience. But the year after is when I'm starting to think about potentially a window opening up.
Yeah, especially when our spine members, your AJ Brimson, I'm not so sure on Jamal and Ash, but AJ is obviously a big key piece for us. Starts playing Origin games.
Oh, Knights here. He's going to kick that through. No, that's going to come back here. I think that's going to be play on. No, is that going to be fit tackle here?
Oh.
That's going to be fit tackle here still. No, what? Yeah, fit tackle. What are they talking here? What's going on? Are they giving a penalty or knock on?
Knock on Ponga, potentially.
I'm not sure. So what were you saying, man?
I think once AJ plays Origin, and I think that's only a year or two away, I think it'll happen this year personally, but I think it'll be hard to dismiss a case if he was fully fit for a whole 2021. That'll be big for us, and that'll be important when we make our finals campaign, or if we make our finals campaign.
I'm not sure what they're calling here, because that was kicked from Ponga, and that was, like, it wasn't played out by the Titans, but it still hit the Titans, and there was no, like, why is this Titans ball here? Like,
yeah, and both sides still with their captain's challenge, so I'm wondering.
I'm not too sure what that, because Ponga looked confused, and I'm confused, unless I missed something, unless I completely missed something there. Like, that really should have been play on, really. It wouldn't have been 6 again, in my opinion, but that probably,
same boat.
Yeah, I'm not too sure there, but, you know, it's not like, oh, it could be game impacting, I guess, because it is 16 points. They score a try there, bring it within 2 tries. What was I going to say? Oh, Gene says, Knights are seriously choking here. I wouldn't say they're choking. I think they're just being outplayed. I think they're just genuinely being outplayed, and I didn't understand why the Knights were such... Like, I didn't understand why they were such heavy favourites. I understood why they were favourites, but I didn't understand why they were such heavy favourites over the Titans in this one. That's a really interesting kick there on third tackle.
Yeah, that won't be... Oh, no!
Jeez. I don't know why we were kicking that on third tackle there. Really. No idea.
We weren't quite 40-20 range either. It was just an odd kick.
Gene says, I think the Knights lack big game mentality. That's a good question as well, actually. Think the Knights lack big game mentality. Probably. Oh, sorry, Chris P. Chris P donated $1, by the way. Thank you very much for your $1 donation, Chris P. Appreciate it, my dude. Sorry, I completely missed that one. But yeah, there was, sorry, what was it? Knights, I think the Knights lack big game mentality. Would you agree with that?
I'd have to agree with that. Ponga obviously has that big game experience, but there's still question marks around Mitchell Pearce and his big game caliber.
Yep.
Given the fact he left the Roosters A1 back-to-back and he's yet to feature in all 3 Origin games and get a series win solely.
Oh, what a take. Look at that. Oh, Brimo. Oh, geez, nearly got away there. What an unreal take there. But no, I agree with Mitchell Pearce. Yeah, there's still debatable how big game mentality he has as well. Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely. And then you go to their hooker at the moment, Kurt Mann. He's yet to play representing football, and as is 5'8". Who is it? Sorry, it's Mason Lino. I believe he's played for Samoa.
Yeah, he plays Samoa. Yeah, Samoa.
Samoa don't necessarily play those big games against the Kangaroos or your New Zealand, your first tier nations is what I'm hinting at there.
Yeah, 100%.
It's interesting.
4 tackle over the Titans have gone past the halfway point here. This would be from here, 20 minutes to go, up 16 points. You'd have to assume this would be an insane choke to lose this one. Like I can't see it happening. I can't do it, especially. Oh my God, look at this! Look at that! Look at him! Oh my God, he's actually put his knee into Ash there. It's gonna be fine, but like he definitely put his legs out there.
It was an awful one.
Carol says, I don't rate the Knights at all, being honest. Yeah, I have been saying that for weeks. I only think the 3 teams can win the comp this year. I would maybe put the Rays in there, but I think there's only really 3 teams that can win the comp this year, and I think we all know who those 3 teams are. And usually, people overthink the finals. People always overthink the finals. Every single year, there's always people saying, there's going to be a sneaky, like who's that underdog that you think could get up? And it's like, well, there's not necessarily going to be an underdog. Just because 2009 happened with Jared Hayne doesn't mean that's going to happen. Just because
that was an anomaly. It's not something that happens every year. Sneaks an offload.
Oh, good tackle.
Sneaks another offload.
Jeez, he's getting away. But yeah, I think people really... big hit. No, it's still going to get away from it. Oh, my God. It was a big hit, but he still got away from it. And he's going to get taken down there. Fit tackle, 20 metres out. No, I think people really overrate that Jared Hayne effect. And did Ben Barber... They didn't win it, did they? No, Ben Barber and the Bulldogs didn't win it that year either in 2014, I think it was. 2012?
2012.
Yeah, 2012. Yeah, so people look at those years and they're like, okay, wait a second, there has to be, the try time, go, Ash, I'm calling it. Oh, try time. That's a try time with the double. I don't think Ash has scored a try this year, and this is a double. I don't think he scored a try this year, and this is going to be a double, baby.
He was deceivingly quick there. Pongo
didn't
really he made ground, but not as much as I thought.
Yeah, no, I think that I think Ash was doing really well there. He's obviously a lot fitter than he was before, and that's a try time, baby. That's a try time, baby. Oh, gotta love that shit, baby. Gotta love that. So it's gonna be a try time. So that's probably gonna seal this game off as well. So I think that'll make it a 22-point game now if we can get the kick. It'll be a 20-point game here without the kick, but that's still 4 tries, man. Surely not. Surely we can't lose this one.
It'd be tough for the Knights to come back, just based on what we've seen. The Titans just wanted a little bit more.
Yeah.
They're just more intent.
Yeah, 100%. I love it. You gotta love this. And, it just comes down to, like, look at that. Like, that was pretty shocking kick, to be fair, but,
yeah. And this is the experience factor we're talking about in the finals.
But
if he's to put that kick in against, let's say they make it to the second week, if he's to put that kick in against the Raiders or someone else like that, they're going to make you pay just like we did.
Well, I just don't understand. Like, what another 1% here is that Ash Taylor followed that up, because a lot of time that we don't have players who follow it up, and Ash followed that up, and he's been given a red hot crack today. And I've really been enjoying Ash Taylor play today in general. Without his 2 tries, I think he's had a really good game, and he's definitely had a good second half of this season. Let's put it that way. Blake Collier says Titans form good coming into the finals. Well, we're not going to make the finals, mate. It doesn't matter. We're not able to, unfortunately, make the 8. But, it's more about, and this is what I keep saying as well, it's more about getting the positivity finishing off this season like this so that we go through this next 6 months believing. It's all about the fact that now this next 6 months, we're going to be like, wait a second, we're actually removing that whole stigma of how shit we are, and people are starting to believe in a team that is looking good. And the reason why people were originally, it's going to miss it. The reason why people originally thought we were going to be so good next year was because of our signings. So we haven't even got those signings yet. We haven't got SASA yet. Right. We haven't got Tina Fuswell yet. We haven't got buddy David Fafita yet. We haven't got those players yet, and we're already seeing the team win 5 games in a row here. This is the 5th game in a damn well row. We went a whole year without winning a game until the Tigers game this season. I cried. I teared up. I was like, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
That was a whole year we went without winning a game, and now we've won 5 games in a row. So it's getting rid of that stigma that we have over this club. And I'll be honest, I'm one of the guys who've had this stigma. I went to this game tipping the Knights because I know what this team is like, and they've finally proven me wrong into what I know of this team.
Yeah, this is something else. This is really, for me, it feels like the turning of the page. It feels like finally we're seeing a new Gold Coast Titans team. That's what it really feels like. I don't want to overhype it. I don't want to read too much into it, but I think 5 in a row, we've shown an ability to defend our own try line, fight back, make those 1% plays you've been talking about all night.
Yeah.
It's fantastic to see.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of this team. They, like you say, they turned it around from not winning a game in 365 days.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
To this.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's incredible. And it didn't happen in such a short time of period.
Blake says, where will you guys finish after this win? We'll finish in 9th, mate. So we'll take the Tigers position. The Tigers can't officially finish in 9th now. The best they could finish is in 10th. So now I kind of want to tip the Eels. I kind of want to tip the Eels now instead of the Tigers, to be honest, because I feel like the Tigers would have played for that 10th place. But I actually feel like they could finish 11th or 12th, depending on other results as well. So I guess they still probably will be up for that one. Chris says, both AJs are top quality players who deserve an origin role. Alex Johnson as the starting winger and Brimson as the 14. Well, there's also... there's no Valentine Holmes now, by the way, guys. They were probably going to put him on the wing. You got to remember, if Valentine Holmes doesn't play, because I think you were saying that he still could play, but everyone in the chat keeps saying he's not. But I'm going to back in Clarkey here. I'm going to back in Clarkey. But no, I think if they do put him on the, I think they probably would put him on the wing there. I think they would put him on the wing if Valentine Holmes doesn't play.
There's a couple options: Xavier Coates, Hamiso, Tibio for Doe, but it's just how early do you bring these guys into Origin, and what really defines an Origin player? Because as you were saying before, there's a lot of great NRL players.
Yep.
But to be an Origin player, you have to be that class above.
Yeah.
And it has to be consistently over a few seasons. It can't just be a little burst in form. Otherwise, everyone would have played Origin.
Yeah.
And that sort of makes me question whether a lot of these players that Queensland will be forced to pick are actually ready for Origin.
It's going to be a little bit... It's going to be like... I'm finding it quite strange they're still playing this game in Adelaide. Like, I don't really get why they're still playing that game. Is it game 2 or game 1?
I believe it's game 2.
Oh, big hit there by Edric Lee. I'm not too sure necessarily why they're doing it still. It's going to be such an odd season, and I don't really... obviously, it's not going to be a sold-out game because of the situation, and... Oh, Jamal Fogarty there with a little kick through. Oh, it's not going to work out, though, unfortunately. Anthony says, I'm happy for the only 2 Titans fans. Yeah, it's good to see them doing better. You know what's funny, man? And I've been saying this last couple of weeks, is that I love bandwagoners. I do. I love them getting a part of the team. It's a part of every franchise, a part of every club. You look at it with every single damn well club. I didn't see a single Parramatta fan, buddy, 5-10 years ago, and now I've seen every Parramatta fan on the planet come out of the woodworks. I didn't see Penrith fans a good 8 years ago, and now every single Penrith fan has come out of the woodworks. So that's the thing. I love it. It's always going to be a part of the game. But what pisses me off is when people tell me they were with me in 2013. I think we lost 42-6 to the Raiders, and it was like a 2,500 crowd. It was drizzling rain. It was a cold night there on I think it was a Monday night actually back then, and everyone is going to claim they were part of that game. Everyone's going to claim that. I remember standing there with about 10 other Legion members, and I said to myself, one day this will be full, and that was when it was like 2.3K or 2.5K. And next year it's going to be full. And I'm going to have everyone telling me they were there with me that day. You know what I mean? That's the thing that annoys me. Like, I don't care how long you support. Yep. If you support it this year, you tell me you support it this year, and I'll back you in. And you're a Titans fan in my mind. But don't tell me you were there in 2013, because I know you weren't. I know you weren't.
Yeah. I've got a similar story to that. It was the Melbourne Storm on a Monday night. I had football training. I skipped football training, and I'm getting dropped back to the bench that weekend.
Yeah.
We got flogged by the Storm about 40-0. Wasn't an enjoyable game.
Was that 40? Was that 42-0 on Sunday?
I believe it was a Monday night game. It was a Monday night game. I know that for sure. And I know the Storm, they beat us easily. It wasn't a contest, but I was there supporting my team.
Yeah, but it was like kind of rainy, yeah, kind of cloudy and rainy.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. That was my first ever Titans vlog, actually. That was my first ever Titans vlog that game. Yeah, I flew out from Melbourne for that.
Of those 4,000 people, we were both there.
Exactly. Well, I was on the drums. I was on the drums every game from 2011 to 2018. Right. So
wasn't there a Fox Sports commentator making a big deal about the drums?
Warren Smith, mate. Warren Smith, my biggest fan. Yeah, was I? Get around the was. Get around the was. And now every team. Oh, Brimo! Oh, stop it! Oh, stop it, Brimo!
There's no way. There's no way.
Oh, no way. That's filthy. That is absolutely filthy.
That's magnificent.
That is...
No way.
I don't believe that. That's filthy.
Happened?
That's filthy. We've slapped the Knights up here. That's unreal, man. That is actually unreal. That is actually unreal.
Again, he's beat 4 or 5 and just made it look easy.
Dude, that's filthy play here from Brimson. Is that his third try today or second?
That's his second, I believe.
Either way, like that's just
Well,
outrageous. Like you should not be scoring there. He gets away from one there, gets away from two there, gets away from three there, gets away from Ponga again, steps back on the inside again from the hooker. And pretty weak play there by the hooker, to be honest with you, but that was unreal there from AJ
Yeah.
Brimson. That's filthy.
That's incredible.
That's actually just ridiculous. So that's going to be definitely Titans winning, guys. Titans looking 30-6 here with a kick to come from in front. It's going to be 32-6. The Titans are just looking outrageous right now. Like we're looking really good in this game. We're looking really
I hate
good.
to say it, but we're looking like a top 8 team.
Theodore says, "I told you BKR Knights useless." This isn't a confidence booster going into next week against the Rabbitohs. Put it that way. Put it that way, guys. This is not a confidence booster. I've actually got a really good idea for some shirts actually for the Titans. I got some really good idea for some shirts. I might think about that. But 10.5 minutes to go here. We're going to be up 32-6, man. We could potentially be putting on our highest ever score, right, was 42, and that was last week. That was one time against Parramatta and one time against Manly beforehand as well. I think we were on 42 last week for 20 minutes, and we couldn't seem to score. We couldn't seem to score. But look, I dead set wouldn't be surprised if we scored another couple of times here with the way this game's going. I wouldn't be surprised. We're actually killing them right now. Like we're slapping them up.
Yeah, definitely. And this is a top 8 team we're talking about. And that's why when people say Titans are overhyped, I don't buy it, because this is a 5-game win streak finishing with a win over a team that's about to play finals football. Let's say that in some magical world, the NRL did introduce the wild card round. This would be this game, and we would be playing finals.
Why is it 6 versus 9th, by the way? Like, why 6? Why not 8th?
In theory, it probably is 6th versus 7th, 8th versus 9th.
No, yeah, well,
if we were in some sort of wild card round right now, we're 6th versus 9th.
Oh my god! Ash Taylor's gonna get triple. He's gonna get triple. Ash Taylor's gonna get. Oh, why didn't you pass that, my dude? Why didn't you pass that, brother? He goes. Oh, Kevin Proctor, the 1%er, the 1%er, the 1%er.
I can't believe this.
Oh.
I can't believe it. Scored again.
This is outrageous. I've never actually seen. I don't even know if I've ever been this happy over the Titans win. I don't think I've ever been this happy to be proven wrong.
Wow, dude! As you say, the 1%. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna wet myself at this rate. I'm gonna go to the toilet real quick.
Nah, you're good, man. You're good.
It's unbelievable.
I can't believe this, lads. I'm actually like I can't believe this, man. It's been a long time, lads. You know, it's been a long time since we've been even remotely like this, man. It's wow. It's crazy to see this, guys. It's crazy to see this. But Kevin Proctor, he knew straight away. Look at his face. He knew straight away. He's like, yeah, baby, yeah, baby, yeah, baby. Oh my god, I'm so happy. Oh my god. Watching play says Titans are unlucky to be playing finals, to not be playing finals. Yeah, man. You know, a lot of teams would be nervous to be playing us right now and going into next year, guys. I know a lot of teams, after watching this game, you can't tell me you've watched this game and you aren't nervous with your team. You can't do it. We are absolutely flying right now. We could honestly hit our highest ever points scored ever in this game and do it basically 2 weeks in a row. JD says, you're loving life right now, aren't you? Yeah, I am, because I wasn't expecting too many wins this season, guys. I was expecting to put together a team that could be competing and to really be put together a team that would look good, and they've done more than that. They've done that, plus that right now they're absolutely walloping the Knights here. Like, we're absolutely walloping them. Like, we're wiping the floor with them. It's ridiculous. It's stupid, and I love every minute of it. And especially how the Broncos came last too. And he's going to miss that kick, unfortunately. So it's going to be 36-6. Our kicking needs to be fixed, by the way. Lachlan Hampton says, Titans top 8 next year, boys, 100%. Roman says, Dragons to win the comp next year. Good luck, mate. Liam Day says, players' names that have scored tries. Oh, gee whiz. There's been a lot of tries, man. AJ Brimson's got a couple. Kevin Proctor's got one. Ash Taylor's got a couple. You know, I can't really remember anyone. Oh, Brian Kelly. Kelly got one as well. You know, it's crazy. Matthew Garcia says, never watched this sport in my life. I took Titans winning by 31-35 and a bet 41-45 margin, so let's go Titans. Good on you, man. That's, to win by 31-35, That's outrageous. But I'll take it. But it's a 30-point game right now. And like I said, man, I could still see us hitting over 42. I told you. I said we could still hit another couple of tries here.
As you called it, we scored like a minute later. It was a great call.
Yeah, man. Yeah, crazy. Absolutely crazy, man. Locked from Ham says AJ Brimson man of the match. AJ Brimson and Ash Taylor. I don't know how to say if AJ Brimson's been unreal, but Ash Taylor's been absolutely outstanding too, guys. Like he scored a couple of tries. He was following up there. He would have had a three-peat. He would have had a triple if he got past that ball. Ash Taylor on the inside there probably should have scored. Gee whiz. JB Veteran, thank you very much for your $10 donation, man. I really appreciate it. He says Titans the best Queensland team. You, man, by a long way too. Like, don't at me about it. By a long way. Like we smacked up the Cowboys. We beat the Broncos twice. We lost our first game with the Cowboys, but that was earlier on in the season when we were a lot of a different team to now. And
what's an increase?
Yeah, it was close to a knock on there. Oh, 40-20. Oh, close though. Close though.
Interesting sequence of play there. I thought Ash might have knocked it on, but they're all happy with it.
Yeah, they're happy with it. Henry Phillips says...
Tanner Boyd, that was a good kick. That was almost a 40-20.
Yeah, very close to 40-20. I was surprised there wasn't a winger back there. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to score more than 2 tries here to take over that 42 points. But our kicking is what needs to be sorted out with conversions. But I don't think anyone can sit here and tell me they're not nervous the Titans going to next year. I don't think they can. I don't think they can. Winning 5 games in a row, now walloping a top 8 team here, who a lot of people, although they're not going to win the comp, they're still a damn good team. When we did play those Roosters and Panthers, we only lost by 6 to 8 points, and dubiously too. So, that's a brilliant knock on there. That was a brilliant offload though. That was a really nice offload, but unfortunately it's going to be a knock on there.
Nice.
Joshy once says, I love Knights, but we get what we deserve. It's a big wake-up call for the Knights going into finals. I'm very excited for Titans next season. I think we all are, man. You guys give me seeing some vlogs every week again. Obviously, I'll be back in Australia then. We'll be smacking up the Titans all over again. Obviously, I haven't been able to do any because I've been in Fiji, guys. I'm stuck in Fiji right now, but when I'm back, it's going to be crazy doing these streams and also been vlogging, but there's not going to be any streams when the games are at home because I'll always be there. But third tackle here for the Titans. They're going to be 40 metres out. But yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'm in shock at how impressed I am with how this team is playing right now. I'm in shock. Like I've been like this for 10.
It'd be close.
Yeah, well, 10 years I've been like this, man. 10 years I've been looking at us play like shit and being told how shit we are, and I don't know how to feel like right now. I don't know how to feel right now. You know.
I think you jinxed it there, Ash, with a little knock on, but that's all right.
That's all right. You know, Costas says. Costas Avanitas says, Raiders fan here, love to see the Titans playing so well after the struggle of the last couple of seasons. Last 10.
Yeah.
Imagine next year, hope they play finals 2021. We'll be playing finals 2021, mate. We'll be playing finals 2021 for sure. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, my friend. We 100% will, man. Mutumbo says, you forgot 2016, mate. Great bloody year. Yes and no. 2016 was a great year because we made the finals. In the same sense, I was there. As you guys know, I'm there every single game. But I was there. I liked the year. I liked the hype. But in the same sense, the hype killed us. You know, the hype was what killed us. So I understand that year was a great year in respect for how we finished and getting robbed by the Broncos at Suncorp by Sutton. But no, I don't rate that year anywhere near as highly as people imagine it to be, simply because firstly the way we got bowled out, and secondly because the hype was what killed us. Would you agree, or what would you say about that?
Completely agree, and it's important to remember that Mitchell Pearce was suspended for 13 weeks that season. Therefore, the Roosters, who were regular top 8 team at that stage, missed the 8. So
also, don't forget we had to rely on the Raiders beating the Tigers in the last week.
Yes. The Eels were stripped of premiership points that year also. There was a few things that went our way, let's just say that.
Well, because remember I think we had to beat the Storm, didn't we, in Melbourne, and then to lock up the 8, but then we lost, and then the Raiders played the Tigers, and that was at the time when the Raiders would beat the Tigers by like 50 points every single game that they played them. And I'm pretty sure they beat them to Leichhardt by like 50 points, something like that. I swear they don't have a good record, the Tigers, when they're fighting for the 8 on the last game of the season at Leichhardt. Like last year, I was there vlogging for the Sharks side, and yeah, they lost that game, obviously. Paul Gallen kicked a field goal. Paul Gallen.
That's right.
Paul Gallen kicked a field goal.
Yeah, Gal train. The G train.
G train kicked a field goal.
Oh, I used to love those Bo Ryan skits. They were so funny.
Yeah, they were very funny. Jamie Sauer did not like, buddy, I don't know if you saw that, but have you heard him say that?
I have.
Yeah.
I've seen. Yeah, he had a right blob at it, and it was just a joke. Realistically, I mean, Bo wasn't meant to.
Oh. Yeah, he wasn't doing it, but in the same sense, I think because Jamie was on the podcast and he was talking to us about it, and he said that basically because he didn't know him, it was just like he was making fun of his height or whatever. I can't remember really what it was. I think it was his height or his something, and he was like because he didn't know him, he was like he didn't appreciate it, and he was using. I think Jamie thought that he was using him in a negative way to benefit his own career, and that's why Jamie wasn't too happy with it. And I understand it. But I do understand both sides. I know that Bo wasn't doing it intentionally to actually like hurt him. But yeah, I get why Jamie was like that. But
I agree.
we're never going to get shit like that again. By the way, unfortunately, we're never going to get that kind of. I miss the footy show. I do. I miss it. Obviously, it's not the same anymore, but I miss it. Oh wow, I can't believe you caught that.
Oh yes, Joy. As you say, in the modern day, with everyone being very sensitive around so many things, Bo Ride wouldn't actually be able to be himself.
Oh no
So
way,
therefore,
no
it
way.
wouldn't be as funny.
Oh, he was like nowadays the things that he used to do would be classed as racism. You know what I mean? Like, but it wasn't intended for that back then, and it wasn't like that back then. But I guess like when going to the Bulldogs and stuff like that, and the stereotype the Bulldogs fans have had for a while, I use that stereotypes in funny videos, but it's meant as a joke, and it's never mentioned to intentionally harm. But that's why the footy show can't be around because it was so like lewd and funny. It was funny for its kind of off comment, like stereotypical kind of shit, and that's what made it funny. But yeah, you couldn't do that nowadays.
No, I just don't. I agree. I just don't think he can do it these days.
Kevin
It's unfortunate because it was a great show. Great run by Kevy.
Yeah, great run by Kevy. Great run by Kevy. Cronzy says Broncos to get the spoon from a Bunnies fan. No, they've already got the wooden spoon, man. As you guys can see in that pinned comment, actually, is the merchandise that I brought out with shirts and jumpers, and you can get like phone cases, and there's even a mug that looks really cool. I'm going to get the mug for myself, actually, with the shirt as well. But you guys, in that pinned comment over there, you can go and grab some Broncos wooden spoon merchandise. I love that. Love that. But
Every fan loves that.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Mariam says, I guess 22-14 Titans, but didn't accept them to win by that much, 36-6. Yeah, ridiculous. Yeah, this is a very large margin here. So 47 seconds to go here, guys. 47 seconds to go. Fourth tackle here for the Knights. 30 metres out here. This game is well and truly done, and the Knights are just going to wrap this little baby up. Ashton now Lamb says, mate, it's a bloody flogging against the Knights. Yeah, man. Yeah, we smacked him. Absolutely smacked him here. Really impressive win. Really, really impressive win. Finals week 1 as it stands. First is the Panthers versus their fourth is the Eels. Second is, that'll be a great game. Second is Storm versus Roosters. That'll be a fantastic game. Raiders Sharks, we're getting a preview for that tomorrow. And Knights Rabbitohs as well. Gee whiz, it's like, I don't know how to call that Knights Rabbitohs game, man. I don't know. I think Rabbitohs win it now, though, after watching this performance.
I think after tonight, I can't argue with you. Coming into this game, I would have taken Knights, definitely. But now, that's kind of cool. Jai Arrow takes the last hit up in his last ever
Titans game. Yeah. Well, there you go.
Cool. But after this, I'll probably have to go. I'll probably have to go Rabbitohs.
Yeah.
They just weren't. As we were talking about earlier, there's one Knights team that rocks up and there's another team that rocks up. The other team rocked up tonight was equaled our club record for the most ever consecutive wins. That is awesome. Yeah, wow. Five wins in a row. That's the longest winning streak since 2010. That's actually incredible, man. Like, that's actually incredible. But yeah, wow. That's like a little bit emotional. But that's our longest winning streak since 2010, guys. And we finished off the season well here, and it's going to be a cracker game in the next game too between the Rabbitohs and Roosters, which I got to get ready for. But man, that was an incredible game and incredible performance, and what a way to finish off this season, mate. So, but thank you very much for coming on here, man. And obviously, if you ever want to come back on again, we can talk some more. We can talk about it next year, or if you come on for a finals game, just let me know, man. Beauty, man. I'm keen whenever, man. This was a lot of fun. Even better to see the Titans get the win, as you say. It's a little bit emotional. I just can't believe it. Like, this is such a turnaround from what we started the year as a team. Yep. How low we went winning the wooden spoon last year. To win 5 in a row to finish out the year and defeat a finals team by 30 points. It's something really, really special for us. And it wouldn't be special for a lot of teams. But given what we've had to endure and hang on through, this is an awesome moment, man. I'm glad I'm live with you for it also. Exactly right, man. Thank you very much. So, we'll definitely, guys, if you haven't checked out Clarkey's Rugby League column, go and check him out on Instagram and Facebook.
Definitely appreciate him coming on. Obviously, guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, go down there, hit that subscribe button here. We're going to be streaming for that Roosters and Rabbitohs game right after this. Well, I'm going to be streaming for it. And I'm going to be getting a good crack on there for a huge game between those two teams. Appreciate you guys as always. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for all your comments. And I will see you guys in about 5 minutes' time. So thank you very much, and I will see you guys next time. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. See ya.